dinner. And then they're going to eat me. Oh my God!
This is insane, you guys.
Yo, this is sexy, man.
Broadcasting live from the internet, it's Tuesday night, and this is the PanelsOnPages.com podcast with your host, Lee Rodriguez.
At the end of the day, babies are terrible people, and I'm not sorry for saying it.
Jason Knize.
Motherfucker, I won best costume.
Jose Guzman.
Yeah, I know nothing about Firestorm except for his hat's always burning.
And Kelly Harris.
Boy, love, it appears we got a penis in the mail.
I glued my fucking eyes shut!
I just want to see all these Yelp reviews of Jose's jizz.
Oh, sorry, I knocked over the salt.
Like you had anything better to do.
What is going on, everybody? Today is Tuesday, October 8th, 2019, and this is episode number 487 of the Panels on Pages podcast. I am your host, the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez, and joining me tonight, we got Mr. Jason Knize.
Dead eyes, eat hearts, can't lose.
Jose Guzman.
Standby Warrior pulls it through again.
And Kelly Harris. What's up, man?
Squirting farts and breaking hearts.
Oh, that's the worst.
Jesus.
Fantastic.
Jesus Christ. Really painting a word picture with that one.
I mean, I'm doing actually neither of those two things, but I came up with that turn of phrase earlier today.
I like it. You're a goddamn poet.
I'm a wordsmith.
Straight up wordsmith.
Of an influencer, viral influencer, Kelly.
Yeah, so viral influencer.
God. Fucking preposterous. So yeah, man. So before the show started, Kelly was like, "Oh man, everybody sounds super tired." And yeah, I'm tired as shit because it occurred to me
4-hour show.
yesterday.
4-hour show.
I've been solo dadding like for a long time because the missus went out of town for baby shower.
Prison.
And then she came back.
Second family.
Again for work. And then she came back, but she's been at the hospital for days. A friend of ours was got very, very ill and was in the hospital for a while. And so
Prison.
Nicole, yes, that's just code for prison. But Nicole being, a way better friend than me, she was like, I got to be at the hospital the whole time. I'm like, cool, I'll be fucking here, I guess. So I've been wearing myself out, and it started wearing on me a little bit last week. Some just adventures and awesome parenting. So my daughter just turned 12, got some birthday money, got herself a PlayStation. She's been fork knifing it the fuck up, playing lots and lots of fork knife. But I'd open the door and it'd be just pitch ass black. She'd be sitting on a chair playing Fortnite, like every stereotype I've ever seen. And I went, look, man, can we turn on a fucking light or something? And she's like, well, no, if we turn on the light, there's a big giant glare on the TV. And I'm like, okay, cool, I get that. I totally respect that. Let's turn this lamp on over here at the very least. And it's like, I can't turn the lamp on. I said, why? I said, because it's unplugged. Okay, cool. Why is it unplugged? And I'd unplug the lamp to plug in the PlayStation. I'm like, oh, that's right. Okay, cool. So you got like three outlets here. Cool. So I'll be right back. And I left and I came back in and I had a thing with 6 outlets on it.
Oh,
I'm like, cool. Let's just unplug this one. We'll plug that one in. The way you can plug all your shit in. And she was like, no, it's fine. I go, it's not fine. Your lamp's not on because you can't plug in your lamp. She's like, no, it's gonna be fine. I'm like, no, but it's not fine. Like, let's just take care of this, and this will solve your problem.
Father, leave me to the night.
I'm in the middle of a fucking game.
At this point, she was not in the middle of a game. She had to stop it. So she's like, no, okay, fine. And she gets down and she crawls in and she unplugs her alarm clock and plugs in the lamp, turns the lamp on. I go, what the fuck are you doing? She's like, no, the lamp is on. I go, yeah. So now when you're done with the lamp, you have to unplug the lamp, plug your clock back in, and reprogram your time and alarm. That's That's fucking retarded. Why are you doing this? And she goes, I don't think you're supposed to say that word anymore. I go, what? Fucking? She goes, no, the R word. I go, then quit doing retarded shit. Like when someone asks you something to make your life measurably better and easier on a plate, you take the fucking plate.
Got him, Zoe.
That's some dumb people shit. She's like, fine.
Canceled.
Yeah. Yeah, like I was the asshole for trying to like help her out. It was ridiculous. Kids are fucking dumb, you guys.
You did kind of barge into her little cave and be like, all right, we're changing things.
Yeah.
You wouldn't like
and
that?
It should be better way. From any angle, it was better.
I hope Zoe comes into your office tonight and is like, we need to turn some more lights on in here.
You got too many lights on, Dad.
I spend all day long trying to convince people to do the right thing. I can't do that shit when I'm at home, too. I'm like, come on. Some shit
I'm Team Zoe on this one.
When placed, so you'd unplug your alarm clock to plug in a lamp.
No, I just wouldn't have the light on.
Who uses
The lamp is already there.
But why? Who cares?
The lamp has more than just this one application, none of them being used because there is an inadequate amount of power.
Throw the lamp in the street.
God damn it.
Who gives a shit?
No, lamp was the answer. Lamp was the answer. She was so mad about it, though. She's getting all emo and angsty and shit like that.
Well, maybe you can stop barging into her room and saying, turn some lights on in here. She'd be fine.
Calling everyone retards.
Yeah.
Whoa.
To be fair,
Jose
So
was
what,
not
we
using
can't use
her a retard.
No, Jose was just
retarded
using an
shit.
example. It's okay.
Different.
So okay, so no more R words, no more F words.
Nope, correct.
I'm gonna end up getting enough words to spell raft.
Yep.
And definitely don't dress up as a samurai on your salad dressing bottle.
Definitely don't.
Yeah, but that's like the theme. All of his dressing bottles, he's whatever that is. He's dressed up as Caesar.
It's just silly. But nobody cares because Caesar's white.
Oh.
I wonder what Paul Newman dressed up as on his brand new watermelon vinaigrette.
I was gonna say his Creole seasoning, but
Oh my god.
See, but I can't say the F word. I call bullshit.
I'm just calling out Paul Newman on his shit.
Yeah.
And then some strange man that came into our mentions.
Fucking dead ass
And
Paul Newman.
the dragon.
He picked the
That
wrong
guy
day.
must have a great life.
Oh, he's just got to be so happy. So, a little contest, Kelly. Tell people what's going on.
So I was at a Walmart this weekend, and I saw a picture of the new Newman's Own flavor, and it's some sort of Asian Japanese flavor or some teriyaki, something like that. I don't know. I don't remember.
Or
So he's-
sesame ginger, maybe.
Yeah,
Yes,
I think it was
that's it.
Sesame
Thank
Ginger.
He's dressed up like a samurai, and I posted a picture on Twitter and said, "Is this okay?"
As a,
It's just really silly looking.
like-
It's really dumb.
half serious, half tongue in cheek. Like,
Yeah.
hey, look at this unwoke crap right here. Look at it.
Yeah. So the Knize responds,
Canceled. Because that was one of my favorite parts of the It commentary was
Yeah.
Jose did the Asian voice and Kelly just goes, canceled.
and then a stranger came into our mentions and was very upset about this.
Hours later.
Yeah, hours
I
later.
think it may have been the next day.
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah.
And he was just I would look it up, but my mentions are all fucked, so that's
It's true.
a
He's
year
clearly
away.
just searching Twitter for canceled
Yeah.
so he can go and be a dick to people.
Yeah. He was like saying like, "Man, I don't know what's wrong with people these days. What's wrong with that?" And I was like, "LOL, dude. I know you're the one searching for the word canceled to get mad at people." And then Knize went off on him and it was awesome.
Oh, yeah, I did.
What a fucking dipshit.
And then he called you a nerd.
He said,
Okay, nerd.
okay, nerd.
And then I responded, "Fucking got him." And he liked that one, so I think he thinks I'm on his side now.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm gonna be his friend.
He's like, yeah, you fucking nerds. Got him, right? This nerd over here.
Oh, man.
The balls on him.
He probably high-fived all 8 of his followers.
6 of them are Russian bots.
Yeah, I don't like to play measuring game with followers because I don't have a whole lot of followers. But if you got 8 followers, like you're a nobody.
Yeah.
That means you don't have 8 real friends.
No.
I added more followers in the past 2 hours than he has in total.
It's true.
Oh, that guy sucks. Fuck. What else? Only other
Would you
real
go
thing-
into Jax's room and flip over his bed and say you're doing your mattress wrong?
I did, and he was like, "Fuck yeah!" and he set it on fire. He gets me. He was like, "Fucking finally." Kid's ridiculous. But the only thing else we're talking about is I had an interesting day of Amazon deliveries on Friday. Really kind of, not necessarily Amazon deliveries, just package deliveries. To really kind of fully illustrate the duality of man that is my life and the conflicting stages that I'm going through right now. So on the one hand, I got a super cool package from Shozy Store, which is this kick-ass knockoff masterpiece Dinobot from Beast Wars, and it's
It looks
gorgeous.
real cool.
It looks great. Wait, why the knockoff? Well, because the real one is like $290. This one was $80 and looks just as good. Like
I can't wait until they do the Beast Wars Megatron.
Yeah, it's really, really great. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna transform it just because if it does break, it'll be during transformation, of course. But like, that is a sweet ass Dinobot figure. It's perfect. Like, the range of motion is great. The paint looks good. It's got all the gimmicks and bells and whistles. It fucking rules. So real happy with that. He fits in nice to my Beast Wars characters. Great, loving it. That's just aces. My other package from Amazon was a 2-pack of comfy pads for my desk that I can rest my elbows on so my elbows don't hurt when I'm typing at work because I'm an old lame-ass white guy.
No,
And
man. No, you're just learning. You're finally learning in your later years to be comfortable.
I felt bad about it. Like this is the lamest shit I've ever bought.
Come to the comfort side.
Yeah.
See, I felt lame about it.
I travel with my own coffee maker.
Jose has a special seat that he likes to sit in on Southwest flights.
See, then Monday came, and I go into my I go into the office, and I reach into my bag, and I lay it down, and I'm like, this is so fucking whack. And then I sit down, and I grab my mouse, and I go, oh,
Welcome to Flavor Country.
oh, this is real nice, and I don't think I can go back.
It's like learning that they have stretchy jeans for the first time.
Oh, don't get me started on stretchy jeans.
Oh, I know.
Man, I put on a pair of non-stretchy jeans for the first time a few months ago, like by mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Like I pulled them out of the closet on accident. I'm like, throw these motherfuckers away.
Yeah.
This never needs to happen again. This is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. Stretchy jeans are where the fuck it's at.
Stretchy everything. Like, I got stretchy undershirts now, stretchy t-shirts. Pfft. Why
It's
bother?
nice. It's nice. To clarify, the jeans have a button, okay?
Sure.
Like, just make sure everybody else knows they understand. These are actual jeans. They just got the flex denim, and it's the fucking jam, you guys.
Yeah, I'm not even a big fan of, like, side elastic, because, that's stupid. Just make it all stretchy.
It's nice. It's real nice. So yeah, just don't resist it, man. You have to sore elbow. This it's the same elbow that I injured fighting. You know what I mean? So it's not great. So that's the thing. I can justify it because it is.
See, that's the back. Look at the backstory, though. Oh,
Right,
yeah, it's
how
a
did I hurt
plate
my elbow?
injury.
Fighting.
Yeah, it
Fuck
is a
you.
fighting injury
Please
that
don't
led to
remember
this
that.
lame ass purchase. So I got that going for me at least.
Yeah,
But-
it's not like you got an elbow injury jerking off a bunch of dudes.
No, though that might be an equally good story.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate either answer. I'd be
Yeah,
like,
that's
yeah,
That's
no,
also a really good
learned.
story.
Respect.
Someone dared me to jerk off 15 dudes in half an hour.
and tell him, but I ain't no pussy, so I did it.
Yep.
I did it
And
in
I
20
hurt myself doing
I
it.
did it in 25 minutes.
Fucking threaten you with a good time.
Got a hand job elbow.
Easiest $8 I ever made. So yeah, this I came around. Don't be ashamed to make life a little more comfy. It's good. That was the 6 outlet equivalent to to my desk at work, and I regret nothing.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Just think of it as we're all slowly dying. So
True.
you're just starting hospice for yourself now, just bit by bit.
Yeah, Knize said something to me that really rang true. He told me that every day is just a beta test for the next day to see how comfortable you can be. And I'm like, fuck,
Yeah.
this genius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking, he's not wrong. So yeah, what else? I finished up Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Kelly,
Nice.
with a whopping 148 hours.
Nice.
Real good. I still miss like 3 of the rare blades. I don't give a fuck. I can't go back.
Yeah, no, there's a certain point in a game like that where you're like, I just can't do this anymore.
Done. I'm out. Now on to that DLC prequel. And then I finished my first run through of Man of Medan, whichever. It's the new Supermassive game. So it's very story based. One of those things where you play as a whole bunch of characters and they can all die and shit. Very, very fun. Of the 5 characters, the first round I only got through with 2 of them, so I didn't do great. So maybe some more of them will survive the next time. Hard to say. And then easing into spooky times for October, I fired up. Finally got around to watch some of those Junji Ito episodes on Funimation app, and it's real good. They did a really good job of translating that style to animation. It's very good.
Lee, let me tell you something. I'm going to have a very different opinion from you later on in the show.
Okay, all right. The Slug Girl one is really gross. Really messed up.
Lee,
Yeah,
did
what
you
else got
know?
going on, Kelly? Besides making awesome new friends from Paul Newman,
I made a lot of friends.
you made a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Kelly's had a very active few days on the Twitter machine.
I really have.
Kelly's-
So,
Unless you're against wrestling like Mahoney, Kelly's Twitter is banging.
I got a real good Twitter.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's see. Didn't really do shit. Sunday was Hell in a Cell, and
Oh.
it sucked.
Oh,
It sucked so bad. And it was weird because like the opener was really good, and everything after it was just trash. Like you had the really good Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks Hell in a Cell match. I enjoyed that quite a bit.
can't mess with the women in WWE.
Yeah. Then like the entire middle section of the show was just like I felt like I had been tricked into watching an episode of Raw.
You had been, yes.
I mean, mostly because they hadn't I don't know, made a card until an hour before the show.
They had 4 matches before
Yeah.
the show started.
That's really bad, you guys.
Yeah, it's very bad.
And this is the pay-per-view at the end of their premiere week. They did the premiere of Raw. They did the full 2 hours of NXT going up against AEW. The first episode of
I
SmackDown.
keep going around about the season premiere of Raw. Like, you can't call it the season premiere if it never isn't on. Fuck
Yeah,
outta here.
but they
Yeah.
say it to make it a bigger deal, and they redid the set, and then it was
And now it just looks like half pipe from the X Games.
yeah, it looks like the warped wall from American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah.
And then they did the premiere of SmackDown on Fox. So, like, you're supposed to be firing on all cylinders, and you just crap out this
Yeah.
4-match pay-per-view an hour
Especially
before the show.
like let's say I don't know, SmackDown actually worked and they got some people to buy the network.
Right.
This is what you present them with?
Right.
So yeah, so then the whole middle section just sucked because it was like the middle of a Raw, and who gives a fuck? And then the main event was legitimately the worst match I've ever seen.
That is really loaded coming from Kelly.
Yeah.
That covers a lot of ground. So it was a Hell in a Cell match between Seth Rollins and The Fiend, who you may well know as Boots
fucking love boots.
Yeah, there you go. It's boots. So let me set the stage for you. Everything's red.
Yeah, that
Just
red,
everything.
that
There's
red
some
Hell in a
pieces of that.
Cell
What the
is
fuck? Why?
So it's spooky. You know, it's the fiend is scary, so you just have to make everything red.
But that kind of red is like, I mean, it's physically hard to look at. For
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
long
it
period of
sucks
time.
to look at, and it fucks up your vision because everything looks off color.
and it doesn't look good on HD either.
No, it sure doesn't. Yeah, so they did that, and then
Like a virtual boy.
it looked like a virtual boy. So then they were doing the match, and it was going fine enough. And then Rollins just started to like, okay, and actually no, I'm skipping a part. So what happens is that it's kind of a back and forth match. Then the Fiend starts winning, and he does like the neck snap thing that he did to Finn Balor that sent Balor back to NXT.
Yep.
But instead of like finishing the match there, Rollins rolls out of the ring. And then the Fiend follows after him on the opposite side of the ring and pulls this giant cartoon-sized mallet out from under the ring. And then like drives it into Seth's stomach and pushes him into the cage. And Seth is making like puking noises.
He's gonna puke.
Yeah, it's very bad. So then they finally get back into the ring. They're fighting. And then Rollins just starts hitting the Fiend with anything. Just hits him with like 13 straight curb stomps. Can't pin him.
But that
Hits
doesn't
him.
even make sense, though.
Yeah, no, keeps hitting him with stuff.
That doesn't make any sense.
Kicks out. Hits him with a chair in the face. Kicks out. Puts a ladder on top of him. Hits it with the chair. Still moving. Sandwiches the chair inside the ladder. Goes
I
outside
just
the ring.
pictured him throwing a bunch of sandwiches on him.
Yeah. Grabs a toolbox, hits the thing with the toolbox. Tools go flying everywhere. It's still moving. Goes outside the ring, grabs a sledgehammer, and that's when the referee steps in. And the referee says, "Seth, this isn't you. What are you doing? You can't do this."
But it's a Hell in a Cell match. You know what the fuck you want.
Yeah, so then Rollins hits the pile of garbage with the sledgehammer. And at which point the referee just calls for the bell. And we don't know what happens there. Was it a disqualification? Did the Fiend lose because he wasn't responding? Turns out, officially, it was ruled a no contest due to excessive violence, I would assume.
But it's a Hell in a Cell match.
It sure was. And X-Pac got real heated about that.
No, I actually saw that, and I'm on his side 100%.
Oh, 100%. So then after, the Fiend just gets up like nothing happened. Beats up Rollins. Actually, no. Sorry. They tried to put the Fiend on a stretcher, and then he was like, "I'm okay," and he gets up and does the mandible claw on Rollins, and then like they do a fake capsule blood, and it comes out of Rollins' mouth, and then they just cut to black, and the show's over. And the crowd was very upset, and I was very upset.
The closed captioning read, "Crowd boos."
It was a show so bad that both myself and my review partner Garrett both quit. We're not doing WWE reviews anymore.
Oh, I'm so happy for you. Oh, that's wonderful. Because I know you both were saying that, but I wasn't sure if you'd stick to it. So
No, I'm pretty sure. I'm not doing next month's for sure.
there's so much other wrestling right now
Oh yeah,
that you could review.
but the funny thing is, like the people who are responding are like, "So are you guys just not doing WWE reviews anymore?"
And you're like, fucking no.
Yeah. But yeah, you know a WWE show is real bad when the review gets so much site traffic that it breaks the site.
Oof.
And then you hit it big with that one tweet, and then you were like, "Hey, check this out."
Yeah. So I made a dumb tweet and it went viral. So then I was like, "Hey guys, I don't have a SoundCloud, but I wrote this column about how much I hated this match and better uses of horror in wrestling. Here you go. And that's gotten a whole bunch of views now.
Love it. You deserve
Yeah,
it, man.
Yeah. So yesterday I found some weirdo on Twitter and then turned him into my own fame.
Don't mess with Kelly on Twitter, man.
Well, the funny thing is, like, when I screen capped it, I left his name in there because I didn't want, in case people were like, hey, that's actually funny. I didn't want to take his, the credit for his bit or whatever happened. And then it just turned into people being mean to him.
Yeah, we're not completely
some people
sure.
Were really mean.
We're not completely sure if this person was doing a bit or not, but the bit that Kelly screenshotted was this person went to an AMC theater and posted a picture of a sign on the window that said, if you're single, we won't let you into screenings of the Joker. And then the next screenshot was a letter from AMC being like, hey, we saw you put these signs up and then you tweeted about it, so now you're banned from AMC.
Yeah.
Then the next screenshot was, cancel culture is real.
How could they take away the only thing I love in life?
The only thing I love in life. But still.
Yeah, that's one of those things. Again, you don't know if it's real or not because the line between reality and farce is non-existent anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And that tweet is now currently sitting at 4,163 retweets and 12.6 thousand likes.
Oh,
weird.
Kelly retweeted that, and I was hours away from going to see the Joker alone at an AMC, and I got to that first picture, and I was like, well, shit, what is this supposed to be?
You sound great, by the way.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you
well,
sound
great. It was only a fucking hour of computer updates to get it working.
Man, you guys, the news really wanted someone to shoot up a theater last week.
They really did.
That is true. I agree with that assessment that the news wanted it to happen, but also I think it's not a bad thing that we were all being a little cautious and up in security a little bit at these showings, because the types of dudes that pull off shootings and incidents like that are the same types of dudes who are like, oh man, this is my swan song.
Yeah. I will say the dude who posted this stuff originally, his pinned tweet is currently, I've learned my lesson and I'm never doing bits again.
Got him.
I had to mute the tweet.
Obviously,
because I couldn't be getting these notifications anymore.
No, your phone battery would have died.
Yeah, my phone battery got real close to dying. Because, now, when you mute it, you still get notifications for some likes and retweets.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. Some slip through. So, but even so, my phone was still just going off all day.
At that point, you have to turn off notifications from Twitter altogether, not just that one tweet.
Yeah. Because, now, there's 204 replies to that tweet.
People want to talk.
They do, and I'm not reading those.
Kelly's gonna have to get a goddamn secretary.
Fuck all that noise.
Man.
Kelly's
every
not
bit
here
of
right
that
now.
noise.
He's masturbating. What can I take a message?
Yeah. And I'm not turning off the notifications because I posted that column yesterday and I've seen people have been enjoying it. So I, want to answer any questions or be able to when people share it and that kind of stuff. So I have to stick around, but my phone's just constantly buzzing. Luckily, it's slowed down finally.
I very much enjoyed that column, by the way, Kelly.
Thank you.
That's a good one.
Yeah, no, that was the first column I've done in a while. I just hadn't felt inspired, but I just got so upset about Hell in a Cell.
I was so furious.
I was just so mad.
Hell in a
Broke
Cell.
me out of retirement.
Hell in a Cell was trash, but AEW was a solid show this week. A solid first
It was.
outing. And I just
Yeah,
watched.
you know,
I watched the,
now
use
that-
the TNT
now that
app to watch it
Mahoney's-
live.
Yeah, now that Mahoney's here, let's go over the rest of the wrestling shows from this past.
Oh my god! I was here for the first 10 minutes of it too. I just sat quietly.
So yeah, the AEW show was great.
Yeah.
I think my favorite match overall was the women's title match.
I don't think I've ever seen Sammy Guevara wrestle. He was really good.
He's
is
really
great,
good.
Yeah.
I don't like his face.
No, I mean he's got a great heel face.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's the point.
Yeah. Oh, he is so easy.
Jose's like, what is
Yeah.
this panda crap?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Solid.
we turned it on late, and then they immediately showed a replay after it, so we watched that, and then me and Mary watched it on the TNT app just the other night.
Nice.
Yeah, it was,
You
it
guys
was good.
watch
Solid.
NXT at all?
You know, I love NXT, but I'm trying to put my money where my mouth is right now. I did watch Raw because I wanted to see if they would overcorrect from Hell in a Cell, and they did not.
No. I watched NXT and it was like fine. I think the major point about it is that they went for a takeover level show.
Sure.
And they still got crushed by AEW.
Oh, yeah, they did.
Like they fired every chamber they had in the gun. And it's over. Like they soundly lost. So
Well,
where do you go from
it's,
here?
It's a marathon, not a sprint, Kelly.
Yeah. But still, like, you know, I guarantee you they thought they were going to win.
It's so funny because the ads that they show for NXT during Raw, it starts off with like, are you a fan of no BS? Then NXT is for you. And it's like, are you talking about Raw?
I'm about to say, that's acknowledging that what you're watching now on Raw is BS.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
That's an odd flex.
That's what they've been always doing. They're marketing it as the alternative when it's still WWE. Like, hey guys, come watch this
dumb.
thing that's not WWE. Except it totally is. But yeah, so
It kind of sucks, right? Okay, look, we know. This sucks way less. Check this out.
yeah. And then I watched some of SmackDown too, thinking, hey, it's on Fox. They might try.
Right.
And it was just a normal episode of SmackDown, but it had Brock Lesnar and The Rock.
Yeah, The Rock
That's
was
it.
there. The Rock and
Yeah, The
Becky
Rock was
Lynch.
there.
The Rock and Becky Lynch in the ring at the same time was pretty cool.
Yeah. But then they had Brock squash Kofi in 9 seconds,
Yeah.
which to me is even worse now following the Hell in a Cell match. Because it's a prime example that they could have just had The Fiend squash Rollins.
Right.
But they chose not to.
Yeah, I saw a great idea for how they could have done the Fiend Rollins match. Have him come in, cage comes down, bell rings, Fiend hits Sister Abigail or the Mandible Claw, bell rings, the ref gives him the title, lights go out, lights come back on, he's gone.
Yeah.
No celebration or nothing.
Yeah. That's all you had to do. And instead, they did that bullshit. And then, so Brock beat Kofi in 9 seconds, and then Rey Mysterio's music hits, and Rey walks out with a guy who I thought was his large adult son. And his large adult son pops off his shirt, and I was like, hell yeah, Dominic's gonna fuck up Brock. This is gonna be awesome. And then on commentary, they're like, it's Cain Velasquez. And I looked, I'm like, oh, it's Cain Velasquez. Because they were like shooting him from far away. So, and then Cain Velasquez came and he fought with Brock, and it looks like they're gonna do a little something, which is cool. Because Kane's been wrestling, so like he's been doing stuff.
Yeah.
So it's
Fucking what?
yeah, he's been working in AAA.
All right.
He did like 1 or 2 matches.
Yeah, he's done a couple.
That's cool.
He was
Yeah,
wearing he wears a luchador mask too.
Yeah, it's rad.
All right.
It's like, okay, I'll go get not really punched
Right?
Yeah,
and get paid.
yeah,
How much you make, Brock? What? All right, I'll come fuck you up.
yeah. I
You
kind
think
of
they give him a title?
I hope they give him the title at this point. Why not?
Fuck it.
Yeah, I'd do it. Why not? Like, who gives a shit anymore?
Yeah, what's his name?
I mean,
Artist
it's garbage,
known as
right?
Jack Swagger is on AEW now,
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
Billy Billy Bob
Jake
Bob.
Hager.
which I feel like they kind of forgot his name for a second, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
His name is Billy Billy Bob Bob.
I hope he defends the Lucha Underground Championship.
Oh, is he still the champ?
I think he is, right?
Technically, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I bet your wife's real excited to see Jack Swagger back, huh, Lee?
She hasn't seen it.
He looks
He
good
looks
though.
good now, though. He looks really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't even mention that he was like formerly Jack Swagger. They billed him as undefeated Bellator MMA fighter.
Which
Jake
is true.
Yeager.
Yeah, he is 2-0.
And he's fucking. You forget how big that guy is.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
you see
huge.
him next to other normal sized people. Like, fuck, that guy's big.
I
Yeah,
made
he's
the-
enormous.
I made the tweet though that he comes out as like a big surprise to help Jericho and LAX and Sammy beat up on
Hagar.
the Elite, and then I'm like, but it shouldn't be a surprise to like Cody and Kenny and the Bucks because they're the bosses. Like they hired him.
Yeah.
They should never be surprised that somebody shows up.
Dumb wrestling things where it's like.
Yeah, but none of them like act surprised. I'm just saying.
Yeah. And then the other wrestling show was on Thursday nights. IndependentWrestling.tv airs Uncharted Territory, which is Beyond Wrestling's show, and it was really good. And honestly, probably my favorite show of the week.
And
Like, there's a really good match between Tony Deppen and guy whose name I can't remember right now. Nick Gage wrestled Chris Statlander, and that was awesome.
Nick fucking Gage.
The guy whose name you can't remember, Woke Kata.
Yes, Woke Kata. No, the guy whose name I can't remember, his nickname is Red Death.
All right.
It might be Daniel Garcia. But he was good. I liked him. Yeah, Chris Dickinson versus Wheeler Yuta was really good. I said that match purely because I knew Mahoney would enjoy that name.
I wasn't even listening. I didn't hear it.
we were talking on Discord that we're gonna have to do a top 6 wrestlers at one point, and Mahoney was all in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do my top 6 wrestlers.
Number 1, Cody.
No, Cody's not on the list.
What was it that I told you about Cody, and you were like, Cody's kind of good.
Well, no, it was the...
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
I remember exactly what it was, Mahoney. It was when I told you about his philosophy on when you go to Target, no matter what, take a lap. Even if you found what you're looking for right away, you take a lap.
Well, I don't think I knew that was Cody.
I'm pretty sure I told you that.
Hey, good advice. Good advice.
I just don't. If you told me anyone said you go to Target, you take a lap, I'd say, yeah, smart guy. I did not equate that to the wrestler known as Cody.
Nah,
Now you will.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I still remember when that while when Mahoney and Trent were doing the same gimmick where they were just retweeting.
What are these fucking names?
Don't even
Were they
talk to
just-
me before I've had my coffee.
Yeah, like they were retweeting the same thing.
From like 100 people.
Like they were both doing the same gimmick at the same time.
Did he retweet all the people on October? I fucking forgot! I forgot my favorite Green Day day. October 1st,
no.
when you retweet everybody saying, did somebody wake up Green Day?
I mean, no one's stopping you from doing that right now.
That's true. It's true.
That's true.
It's actually kind of better to do it now.
One of my favorite pictures I have on my phone is a screenshot from Mary of her notifications. And it says, I get notified when you fuckers tweet things. And it's just tweet after tweet from me of, don't even talk to me till I've had my coffee.
That's great.
And then let's see what else. Video games. I beat Link's Awakening. Some of those dungeons are fucking hard.
I bet.
I don't know how children used to play video games before they had the internet and you could just look up how to solve these puzzles.
Yeah,
Or
I
the
said the same
grind
thing
that
when I tried to
shit
play Resident
out.
Evil.
Yeah, like I don't understand. So I finished that. I like how that game looks a lot more than the game plays. Like the game is fine, but it's a very beautiful game. I like that a lot. And then yesterday I started playing the new game by the dude that made the Zero Escape trilogy. And so far, I think this might just be like a visual novel. There's not much of a game to it, but it's interesting. And I mean, the Zero Escape games, the story is my favorite part of that, so I'm okay with that. It looks really nice. It's AI the Somnium Files. It's if you want a cool, weird story, check it out. The main character's left eye is actually a very smart AI that talks to you.
That's cool.
Yeah, no, it's pretty rad. At one point, the eye just pops out of his head and starts like makes a bubble around itself and forms a body and starts walking around.
That's cool.
Yeah, no, it's a cool game so far. And you're like a cop and you're trying to solve some murders.
All right.
And also your main character has some weird condition that they don't remember anything previous to 6 years ago.
He did it.
Yeah.
You know what? Join the club.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't remember what I did 6 days ago.
Besides make your daughter plug in a bunch of lights. Jeez.
Yeah.
I was right about that. I will accept nothing. I'm fucking right.
Throw the lamp in the street and be done with it.
No, but she wasn't saying to throw the lamp out. She was like, no, the solution to this is to unplug the clock. And I'll just do that every time I want to use the lamp. That's fucking stupid.
But Lee, the point is that she wasn't going to use the lamp outside of that
Right.
one time you wanted her to use the lamp.
Yeah.
You know what? Went in there today. Guess what? Fucking lamp's on.
Well, yeah. she didn't want you
And
to
the
start
clock.
unplugging things again. Oh no, Dad's on the rampage again. He's turning on all the lights. Usually dads are making you turn the lights off.
Dad's going into every room and yelling, "Be gone, darkness!"
Look, I'm just trying to keep the kid from becoming a full-on fucking caricature, okay?
Yeah, but like you should also allow her some space to become a little bit of a caricature.
Yeah.
Believe me, she's plenty of caricature. Fucking just...
Have you seen the
communicates
world?
almost-
Lee?
No, we go entire days and she communicates exclusively in grunts. So yeah, she's plenty of caricature.
And
Thank you very
you've
much.
told us that you've gone entire weekends without speaking a word. You stop and you realize, oh shit, I haven't said anything to anyone.
Yeah, when there's no one else here. Jesus. What's going on with you, Knize, besides busting my fucking balls?
Well, I brought up this idea. So Kelly was talking on Twitter about these zombie Skittles. I assume you got these from the Dino Drac Fun Pack as well, Kelly, right?
I sure did.
So the bit is that most taste delicious, but some taste like rotten zombie. Dare to try?
Oh.
So
Nope.
it's like the Harry Potter Birdie Bots where there's
But worse.
There's one that's a zombie flavor in there. And Kelly, what did you say it tasted like?
Rotting vomit.
Oh, okay, cool.
Disgusting.
So
I had one of those skunk jelly beans, and I still remember. I don't think I'll ever forget it. It's one of the worst things that ever happened to me.
So I got
Because at least with the Birdie Bots, like some of the bad ones are like, ah ha ha, kind of tastes like puke. Oh, I ate another one. Oh well. Like it's not that big of a deal. These Skittles were just upsetting in every way.
Ugh.
So when I re-listen to the podcast, I noticed that I swear a lot. Like I use swear words as qualifiers, as space fillers a lot. So I'm trying to cut down on so much swearing. I'm not going to cut out completely. I'm not saying we're going to change the podcast here. I'm just trying to teach myself, because when I'm around Mary's dad and stepmom, I don't swear. When I'm around clients, I don't swear. just when I get on the podcast, it's just like F word, shit, whatever. So
You're a more
Filthy
friendly
animal.
space.
Pop 3 of them.
it is. Well, I haven't made the challenge yet. So I've
You
got.
played yourself.
Well, I started cursing way earlier in the show, and I was like, oh no. So what I'm gonna do is I got these zombie Skittles, and every time I swear on this episode, I'm gonna pop one and chew it,
Oh my god!
and see what happens. So we'll see how that works out. So keep an ear out for that. And then so we did Jose and I did Toy Fair Dallas this past week, which was a different animal. It was in a venue. It was kind of like a mall that only buyers come to. Like, it's not a consumer mall. They have all these floors and rooms set up for like a buyer from Target or Walmart to come and look at stuff and possibly.
It's more like short floors, but it looks like a mall.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked wild.
It was
I've never
interesting.
seen anything quite like that. It's very strange.
It had some real IKEA vibes, but then also like the general like Toy Fair type setups with the walled off booths, and then you go in and look at all the new stuff. Much more light on crowds and chill than Toy Fair New York. Not as if Toy Fair New York is New York Comic Con levels of crazy, but this was a real chill. I'd say the biggest story I have from that whole week is it was my first time flying Southwest. And Southwest...
Oh, dude, really? Southwest rules, man.
Yeah, high five.
Southwest has a policy where if you're a person of size, you can purchase 2 tickets and they will refund one of them for you. So you can have an extra seat. And figured, why not? Give it a shot, because Southwest flew to Texas, got the extra seat, got to the airport, told them the deal, refunded it for me right there. $288 right back in our account. And they gave me an extra boarding pass that said seat reserved. I sat in the window seat because I didn't want to have anybody have to walk over me.
Sure.
First thing is because
Jump over me, bro.
essentially, you're an invalid if you need a second seat. So you get to pre-board with all the other invalids. So you get in there first. And so I grabbed the window seat so nobody has to jump over me, put the reserved seat on the seat next to me. And like not soon thereafter, a dude coming in saw what was up. And he's like, okay, cool. This means I'm also going to have an extra seat. So he sat on the aisle. He was real smart. And the only drawback is Southwest does not have TVs in the back headrest. But what that meant is I immediately went to sleep and time traveled to Dallas. And all in all, Southwest, as far as the flights, the extra seat deal, and every staff member I encountered was super nice and helpful. Like, big ups to Southwest. I never thought I'd be saying those words.
Yeah, Southwest.
I love
rules.
Southwest. That's my jam.
I avoided Southwest for so long because, remember, they kicked Kevin Smith off a flight for being too fat.
You treat like Kevin Smith like shit.
Yeah, you should be parading.
But
just
still,
you should
putting a
want to
parade
do-
in their honor.
But yeah, I'm surprised you didn't buy stock in the airline that kicked Kevin Smith
You
out.
don't understand. Like, I wasn't boycotting Southwest because they kicked Kevin Smith off for being too fat. I didn't want to get kicked off a flight, is the point. If he's getting kicked off for being too fat, then I'm going to get kicked off for being too fat. But then there was a Twitter conversation between, I think it was Jordan Grace and Cody Rhodes, a.k.a. Cody, talking about what do you do when you're sitting next to a heavier person on a flight and they're taking up all the armrest. And a bunch of people were replying. I was getting real anxious over the whole thing, and somebody was like, hey, Southwest has this thing where you can order an extra seat. And I was like, what? You for real? And they're the only airline that'll do that. You can buy extra seats with the other airlines, and if the flight isn't full, they'll refund you. But if the flight's full, they won't refund you.
Interesting.
And I don't know if just anybody could get this deal. I think you have to come to the airport and be visibly fat in order to get your second seat refunded. So there's that. Like, bunch of you slim boys, don't try and get some extra room on a flight. So that's cool. Mary and I did re-up our Disney passes after going to Disneyland and seeing Batuu for the first time. There was no chance that we weren't going to be going to Disney every chance we can get. So we got our passes. Mahoney's are coming down next weekend, and we're doing a big old Galaxy's Edge trip. We got they're doing a deal where if you're staying at a hotel, you can get in at 6 a.m. So we're doing that. So we're not going to Galaxy's Edge until the Mahoney's are here. But we did go to Magic Kingdom for a couple hours, tool around. It was super crowded, super hot. Mary, we stopped at this one place to get breakfast. They had a waffle sandwich with eggs and ham and tomato and cheese. And then Mary decides to get a funnel cake because she's an adult. Why not?
I'm adult.
But, funnel cakes come with it the herpes of desserts, which is powdered sugar, which just gets everywhere. I didn't even eat any of it, and I had it all over myself. Like, they didn't even try to get it all on the plate. Like, it's all over the tray. Like, it got all over the table. I don't put powdered sugar on my food. Thank you very much. Sure, it's sweet, it's sugar, but also it's a nuisance.
Don't you sneeze. Don't you accidentally sneeze.
Don't breathe heavily because it'll go everywhere. You'll look like Scarface.
I hate when you go to take a bite and like you kind of like
inhale,
breathe in a little bit and it's like
oh yeah. Or just breathe with your nose and just turns into a cloud. Looks like you're doing coke.
Right. No, thank you. Like I understand, but powdered sugar is not for me. Thank you very much. I did want to talk about this whole Martin Scorsese thing. Martin Scorsese.
Why? Who cares?
Just real quick.
He's paying you back for busting his balls.
yeah. Oh, you like something? You want to talk about something? Fuck it.
So it's been a big to-do on the internet for the past week because Martin Scorsese.
That's a big to-do.
Oh, like it has been a big deal. Like
it's been a big to-do.
Deal.
900,000 people, 900,000 celebrities have commented on this. Like anyone gives a shit about their opinion.
All right,
but they all have weighed in.
Yeah, this is what Martin Scorsese, one of the greatest living directors, one of the greatest directors of all time, had to say about the Marvel Cinematic Universe films. He says, "I don't see them. I tried, but that's not cinema. Honestly, the closest thing I can think of them, as well made as they are, with actors doing the best they can under the circumstances, is theme parks. It isn't the cinema of human beings trying to convey emotional, psychological experience to another human being." On one hand, he says he doesn't watch them. So,
and what was the last one? What's the last MCU? Like, did he watch something from way back?
Yeah, he probably saw Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, like the first Thor.
Iron Man 2.
I don't like this. Yeah.
He says he tried. Now, on the other hand, Marvel movies are a lot like theme park rides.
But you know what's really great? Theme park rides.
Yeah, they're super fun. But then on the other hand, you do have a lot of these Marvel Cinematic Universe movies that, while they are comic book superheroes, they're well-made movies with interesting characters and emotional moments. You can't take that away from them. But then also, Martin Scorsese is damn near 80 years old at this point.
Right.
You go back and you think about it, like, directors probably weren't super happy about the wave of 80s action movies with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Rambo and Die Hard and all that. You know what a bunch of old school directors probably didn't like? When animated movies started getting big? What about like sci-fi? Like Marvel Cinematic Universe movies are their own genre at this point. Or even if
it's an old dude with an old dude opinion.
Yeah.
So like, why do you fucking care? Like, calm down, everybody.
Exactly.
I think it's safe to assume that no 80-year-old man likes any Marvel movie.
Right?
Yeah, no, that's fair.
And it's not like he came out like against the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He got asked in an interview. It's not like he was railing against Netflix like Steven Spielberg was, who then does an Apple Plus show. All in all, this is a blip in the history of cinema. And maybe that's it too. Maybe it's that word cinema that
Well, it's also like he's made real great movies that'll stand the test of time.
Sure.
And then here comes popcorn flicks breaking every record out there.
Yeah, but there've been popcorn flicks for a century.
Ever since they made popcorn.
Right? So I just kind of wanted to talk about that for a second. And then last thing I want to touch on is our girl is back.
Our girl is back.
Belle
Shooting
Delphine.
porn. She shot her first porn, y'all.
Belle Delphine,
Pictures
who
to prove
is
it.
not very active on Twitter, out of nowhere posted a tweet that said, "I got arrested, LOL," with what looks like a mugshot where her hair is so voluminous and
really
beautiful.
Yeah.
And then it looks like she's been crying and has the running mascara, like Jose's referencing. She did her first porn. And then, even better, so she posted that Monday morning at 11:14 a.m. And then 10 hours later, she posts the reason for why she got arrested. Okay, what does STG stand for?
Swear to God.
Swear to
No
God.
idea.
Okay. So the tweet is, "I swear to God, this girl came to my party and stole my hamster. I have no idea why or who TF does that. I spray painted the F out of her car and got arrested. At least I got my hamster back. B." So yeah, and then a bunch of screenshots where apparently this chick kidnapped her hamster, and then picture of Belle Delphine spray painting the chick's car, and it says, "Bitch, give me my hamster back." I'm gonna eat a Skittle for that.
I was gonna say, I think you have to eat a Skittle now.
For bitch? No, bitch isn't.
Jose.
I'll count it.
Jose's got to eat a
I'll
Skittle.
count it. That was
No, bitch isn't a swear word.
sure. Yeah, I would say it counts.
Why?
What is your problem?
That's not a swear
Would
word.
you
That's a
say?
swear word?
Would you
if
say?
it's a word that like a child would get?
No,
in
you can
trouble
say
for
that on
saying-
TV.
Yeah, but would you say it to a client?
Depends on the context.
I think
Are
I've
you
heard
asking me,
Jose
am I
say
going to
it to
call
a
a client a bitch?
I'm pretty sure I've heard him.
I
This is when Knize finds out that Jose's real loose with his language with the clients.
You know, you're sitting in the back
Yeah,
and
you
something
know
happens.
me.
I'm sure he's giving him a bitch, please.
Or that one time he was just like, "Fuck you."
So what was the flavor?
I think it was definitely like an orange. I think it was the
Okay.
petrifying citrus punch.
flavor
Okay.
was wrong.
My favorite part of the Belle Delphine arrest is that it's probably not real.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Where is the it's supposed to be a mugshot, but where's everything else that goes along with the mugshot?
There is a watermark that says copyright Metropolitan Police.
Yeah.
Okay.
I fucking love it because she's back at it doing crazy shit, getting people talking about it again because
Yeah.
she's a goddamn genius.
I'm for it.
Oh,
She didn't have to jerk off one octopus either.
Nope.
See? You can get likes without fucking jerking off octopuses.
Jose stooged her out to the cops. Said this chick jerks off octopi.
She legitimately painted picture of my hamster on a car, so
Yeah, but it could have been water-based paint.
yeah, I guess.
I'm all for it. Crazy lunatic.
Or she could have shot her first porn. No?
You think we wouldn't know about that? Come on.
Right.
How about you, Jose? What's going on?
I just got back into town from a back-to-back in Dallas doing that thing, and then I had to fly right out of that to some Columbus, Ohio. Where I went to the wrong floor. I went to floor 6 where we were staying in Dallas, and I was like, nope, not on this floor.
Yeah, you gotta be careful
floor
going to the wrong
5.
floor. That's a real big hot button issue these days. Jose.
That verdict came
I
down
already
just
did-
as we
did
got
that
to
once.
Dallas.
I fucking
Yeah, you've told us that story.
everything keeps cutting out.
No, we were just all talking at the same time.
Yeah, and then it was like, who's gonna go first?
Now, as soon as we got to our hotel in Dallas, they announced the verdict of Amber Geiger was guilty of murder of Bob.
I mean,
and Jean.
shooting the shit out of that guy in his house.
Yeah. And like that happened in Dallas. Like we got in an Uber to go to the venue, and the guy was like, "You guys hear about this?" We're like, yeah, like surprising that they're actually holding a cop accountable for once. So you
Which
went to the
is-
wrong room, Jose?
No, I didn't go to the wrong room, just wrong floor.
Oh.
So the elevator was there, luckily.
So how is Columbus? Have you been to Columbus before?
Never. Columbus was not bad.
Really?
It's
I've
a
heard
nice-
Columbus
it's
is
a
trash.
nice, clean city
Really?
compared to some of the cities I've been to.
I think we drove through Columbus on the way to Mid Ohio Con back then. And it was kind of nice.
We were staying over by the hockey arena,
Mm.
and they have the arena district, which is like, a bunch of shops and restaurants. And then they had like this place called the Short North. I don't really get it, but we were staying over by the convention center, so that's the area. We never went outside of like little downtown Columbus, but show ran smooth. Quaint little city. Couldn't make up its mind whether it wanted to be hot or cold though. Fucking, it would rain and then it's hot, and we'd go inside and come back out on a break, and then it's cold. Go inside, put the jacket on, come back out, and then it was hot.
I'm so used to whenever I fly somewhere, I always expect to get somewhere and it be cooler than it was in Florida. Not in Dallas. Dallas was like, how
Oh.
about an extra 8 degrees?
Dallas is so fucking hot, man.
Ooh.
It's so hot.
It was 97, 98 in Dallas. I've
Cool.
never sweat so much indoors at a job like this that I can remember.
Yeah, we celebrated in my neck of the woods our highest consecutive days of 90+ degree weather in all of recorded history.
Yeah,
So
that's
cool.
super cool.
Yeah, just awesome.
Planet's not dying at all.
They just don't want to admit we're what's killing this thing.
Well, yeah. We are.
There's too many
Yeah.
of us. We're fleas.
No, there is.
Thanos
We're
was
fucking
right.
fleas. We're fleas. Fucking. Yeah, so my flight out was supposed to be 11. Would have got home at 2. Well, no, I would have got home at like, ugh. Then it got delayed, so I'm like, I'm fucking out of here. And that's another cool thing about Southwest. So if you got A status, you can show it. Okay, so if you try to change your flight, you have to pay the difference. But if you just go up there and do standby, you can get on standby for free. So to change my flight would have been $300. Instead, you just go down there, say, "Hey, I want to try to do standby." They're like, "All right." They'll tell you your chances of getting it. You either don't get it or you get it. But so far, I'm like 5 for 5, so I'll take it.
It's that roulette. You're just chasing that high with standby.
Well, you just gotta look at the app, and if it says like 4 tickets left, if it's like 10 or under, it'll give you a little notice.
Yeah.
So as long as I don't see one of those notices by the flight, I'm like, well, there's got to be enough seats. I'll give it a shot. And then I'm A status, so I get higher than somebody else trying.
Oh, are you
Sorry, family of 4.
Are you A status? You haven't mentioned this yet.
No. I'm also retired. I got A status. That's pretty cool.
It's funny because with the pre-boarding with the extra seat, I get to bring an assistant with me, to assist me to my seat.
Oh my god!
But
Jesus
you
gotta get
can't-
that Stanley nurse.
You can't
Yeah.
sit if you're pre-boarding. You can't sit in an emergency exit aisle, and that's one of Jose's favorite seats. So he's like, "I'm just gonna ride it out."
Southwest, First West, baby.
He's like, "I'm A status."
I'll be there.
Did you hear?
You rock that A status, Jose. You do it.
Hey, man. Again, all about that comfort. I'm seriously going to upgrade my pillow game for 2020, though.
Yeah, sitting on the window seat, I was definitely missing some sort of pillow. I agree.
Yeah, you need like a little cushion between you and that wall.
Yeah.
Because when you're leaning on that wall, especially once it gets turbulent and then it starts slapping your head up against the fucking plane.
Just ka-thunk.
Yeah, that'll fucking wake you up quick.
Fantastic.
But I'm back. I got home at 9 or landed at 9. Swung by, got some Chick-fil-A. Got home at like 10.
Dude, you
30.
try that mac and cheese yet?
No, because they weren't. I got there like right.
It was breakfast.
Yeah, they weren't lunch yet, and if I wanted anything lunch, I would have to wait longer because they were for them to shift their kitchen. So I was like, "All right, I'm out." Got home and then I slept till 8.
Yeah. Hadn't heard from you all day, and about 15 minutes before the show, I was like, "Jose, are you in this tonight?"
Man, quit! Jesus, tired.
The day
home.
The day
8
we got
days
into
this month.
we got into Dallas and we got to the hotel, and I say to him, let's use the bathroom, let's chill out for a second, then let's go get something to eat. And we had a time set, and that time comes by, and I call his room, and he picks it up, and I could tell he's asleep. So I start saying, "Hey, so what's up? You want to go do this thing?" He's like, "I'm gonna need like, he's like, how'd you know my room?" And then he's like, "So what's up? So what's up? Is she coming here?" And I was like, "What? You think our client is coming to our hotel?" He was still asleep when he answered the phone. Essentially, my boy had a hard time.
She's on her way, right?
No.
Tell her I'm here in the lobby on the way. I was tired, man. Fuck. Tired. I'm home for a week.
And then,
There you go.
And then I do my last travel of the year.
Nice.
Birmingham, baby.
So yeah, you'll miss the Mahoneys, but you'll be here for the Rodriguezes.
That's right.
The
I see how it
RG.
is.
Oh,
I see how it is.
Hey, this trip was booked before yours. I could reschedule though.
All right.
I got time. I'm telling them to move their show.
Push the whole show back 2 weeks.
Yeah.
See if Superfly will attend.
I'm on it. I got it.
That's great.
Gonna go see Joker Sunday though.
Oh,
Let
I
me
saw it
know.
last night.
Yeah, how was the Joker, Mahoney?
So am I the only one who's seen it?
Yeah, don't you,
All right.
don't you.
I don't really want to even talk about it then. I want you guys to see it. I want you guys to see it before I weigh in.
Yeah, all right. I'll try to make that happen this week. Just this whole last couple of weeks has been fucking chaotic. We're very excited about vacation, you guys.
I bet.
So ready.
High five to chaos.
So in all the wrestling talk Mahoney, we forgot to talk about you going to a wrestling show.
Oh,
God, that's right.
true. I did. Yeah.
Because we didn't do a show the week after you did.
Oh God, that made me so happy.
So, all right. So it was we did a show, and Kelly said, "Are you gonna go to the wrestling thing that's gonna be near you?" And I was like, "No, no, I definitely am not." And then the next day, Lisa's like, "Hey, so I got us a sitter, and we're gonna go to that wrestling show." And I was like, "Yeah." And I thought that it was a big joke because of what had happened with Kelly. And for like a solid 10 minutes, she was like, "No, really, I got tickets." And I was like, "You didn't get any tickets. You're obviously fucking with me. We're not going to the wrestling show. I don't know what you're talking about." And yeah, no, she really got tickets. So she thought it'd be fun if we went to the wrestling show and sent pictures of us there. So we went. We watched 2 matches, and then we went and got dinner.
just being seen.
Boy, there was a lot of people there.
That's good.
Yeah.
Just being seen. Lots of people. And I was like, "Hey, I know that word." Like, look,
It's
Kelly's fantasy football team.
Yep.
I'll forever treasure that picture.
There was.
Mahoney is forever known as the king of sport now.
Yep.
Mahoney, I think you're broken up, dude.
Real bad.
Yep. I got snacks.
Nice.
Oh, that's so good.
You did get snacks.
Is it any better?
Yeah. It was probably
I got
just
snacks.
it was probably
That was
just the
pretty
internet
nice.
connection.
All right. So yeah, it was a good time. Then we went to dinner. Saw 20 minutes of wrestling. And one
So you saw some.
anything about the other match? Clearly a villain.
Well, this is not going to work.
And, a villain won. And I said, "Oh man, oh boy."
I heard nothing but silence, and then, "Oh man,
boy."
boy."
Yeah, the Mahoney's falling apart on us.
Every now and then, Mahoney starts like speeding up.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like his comments get stuck and then they just get forced out
Yeah.
at high speed.
All right, how's this?
I mean,
Better?
in that moment, it's okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, perfect.
So do you
See?
remember the villain's
Even the
name?
computer's like, "I don't want to talk about wrestling." No, I don't remember his name, but he had like a really long hair, and it was red and black,
Okay.
Is that
like a ponytail. I want to say, but it might not have been a ponytail.
All right. I'm just gonna.
I spent a lot of time looking at the plates, like it was this really old like auditorium type place. And I spent a lot of time looking around at the walls.
at
and
the
stuff.
architecture?
So,
That's a dad move to just be anywhere and just be like looking up at the ceiling like, no, nice. Drop ceiling. Yeah,
Oh.
good.
Nice. I see how they got this rigged.
detail. Really nice work.
A couple cobwebs.
I was taking notes of the ushers were all old women. I thought that was kind of odd.
Well, that's
Okay,
probably
it was Lance Archer was the villain you saw.
it was a big boy.
He's
All
a
right.
big tall boy.
He beat the shit out of that guy.
Yeah.
He,
Ren is the one of the young
He
lions.
pinned him by like, yeah, he held his face into the mat for the win. And I was like, "Oh man,
Yeah,
that looks uncomfortable."
that's the everybody dies claw.
Okay. And then the 2 people I saw first, they wrestled, and the crowd was chanting, "Slap that beef." But I personally do not believe they were all that beefy. So
I like that Mahoney
did
went
not
to a New
participate in
Japan
that chant.
show and watched one Japanese person wrestle.
And then it
Because
was
the
like,
guys in the opener are both from the LA dojo. So they're just both Americans. And then Lance Archer is also an American. So all you saw was little Ren Narita getting beat up.
Now, see,
Yeah.
If I were Mahoney and Lisa booked these tickets as kind of a bit, I would have tried to stay there as long as possible just to see how long she would last.
No, I think she would have lasted longer than me. I
Oh.
was like, "Can we go?"
No, I'm into this now.
I parallel parked like a fucking pro. That was cool.
Nice venue, parallel parked. That is the end of my review.
Not all that beefy.
Not
No,
all
they're
that
but they're
beefy.
still young. They're still slapping on that beef.
You see, you slap the beef to grow the beef.
Yeah.
It's like callus,
All right.
like building calluses. And they add more
checks
beef
out.
on top of that.
Why not? I'm willing to believe that's true.
Mahoney, did you want to talk about fantasy football at all this week? Or do we
Oh
just
my
want-
god! I don't even ever want to talk about fantasy football again.
Let's just bypass all that.
Let's skip it. Nobody important won this week.
It's true.
Cool.
It's true.
Wow.
I got fucked real bad.
Yeah.
Kelly lost. I lost. Knize lost. Lee lost. There's nobody we need to talk
Oh, I'm the only one that won?
about.
I still had a real good week, but
You
fucking
did have a real good week. You
Mecha
have,
Godzilla Tito comes in.
you have
Yeah.
the worst luck of
Yeah.
any fantasy football player in the history of the world.
I really do.
It's nonsense.
Man.
Lee, you know how
I
many
had
points I scored
124
this week?
points and I lost.
Let's see.
I
Let's
got
see here.
124 points on my bench.
No.
Uh,
we're going to talk about it.
Kelly scored 124 points, but he lost to Tito, who scored.
No, you fucking sick. God damn it.
Too late. Too late. We got to do it. So Kelly scored 124 points, but lost to Tito with 162.
Oh my god.
Fucking nonsense. You
But
scored
Tito
95.
Tito in his other league got over 200 points.
Yeah, Tito's a monster. I don't know why anybody plays fantasy football with Tito. Lee, you scored 95 points, which is, it's all right. But Mary rolled over you with 146. She's 5-0.
5-0.
She's not even slowing down. She
Gonna
is
make that loss hurt
destroying
even
everyone.
more in the Super Bowl.
Oh my gosh. And then Mel, who has about as bad luck as Kelly, he lost 92 to 134 and a half. Jeez. And then Knize, I thought had Jose. I thought he had him right where he needed him, but then the
Kittle.
friggin' 49ers went bonkers.
Yeah, they did.
And so Jose won 107 to 96.
The 49ers went bonkers and the Browns did absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So you hear all those scores. I lost to Shark, to Matt. He scored 184 points, Lee. 184 and a half. You know how many points I scored, Lee? 56.
Why couldn't I have played you this week?
56
Dun-dun-dun.
fucking point. I honestly think it's more impressive that I rolled out a legitimate lineup that scored 56 points than any of these people who scored 100 and plus. Okay?
Yeah, that's something.
Ooh, wow, Tito, you got 162 points. I started legitimate players, and they all scored zeros, and I got 56 points. Like, congrats. Ridiculous.
I think Lee's gone.
I'm just cleaning out my download folder.
Cleaning out your download. That's good. That's
Doing
good.
some
Reorganize your
some
memes.
housekeeping.
He went into Jax's room and plugged in a bunch of lights.
I had.
Jax, wake up. Isn't it better this way?
I got
Go tell your sister.
5 players here in a row, Lee, that shared 9 points between them.
That's not a lot
9
of
points across 5 players.
That's a very small amount of points.
It's ridiculous. I got 3 guys who scored 0.
Everyone that works.
They weren't even injured.
Everyone
It
that
wasn't
works
even
for
like they started
ES
and then they had to leave the game. They played the whole fucking game. They scored 0 points.
Everyone that works for ESPN Fantasy Football needs to get fired.
Yeah, they're really bad.
It's ridiculous.
But like, there
Are
should
they all right?
no, they're because you were projected to lose by like 15.
Yeah, but we already talked about this.
Yes, but still,
Projection, but I won the time I was projected to lose.
Yes.
right? So they're bad at what they do.
Eh,
I'm not saying you deserve to not win any less than you did. I'm just saying they're bad at their jobs.
They should have projected you to win.
Yeah.
is
Right.
what we're
Why
saying.
why did they bother projecting anything? They can't accurately project anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Juan scored 68 points, which is real bad. 68 points is real bad. And he lost to Thatcher, who scored 81, which is real bad. And I scored 56 fucking points, Lee.
Which is real bad.
Real bad. I guarantee no one else has scored that few points in the history of pop fantasy football.
Ooh, we'll have to go to the commissioner for that.
I
Yeah.
guarantee, Tito, check it. I
Yeah.
guarantee 56.5 points is the lowest score in the history of pop fantasy football.
Yeah. I would like to see that stat. Thank you very much.
And no one even left with a fucking injury. They just
my running back got knocked out.
yeah.
Jose's running back got knocked out, and he had a dude on his bench score 45 points, and he still beat me.
Yeah.
Right before this week, I got a trade offer. The trade offer had a wide receiver. And I said, I have 3 top 10 wide receivers. Why do I need another wide receiver? I don't need any wide receivers. I got 3 top 10 wide receivers. You know how many points those 3 top 10 wide receivers scored this week, Lee? 3 points. 3 points across the 3 of them total. 3
That's not a lot.
0 0. 3 points total across the. Fuck off. Nice, eat a Skittle on my behalf.
Okay. That's red flavor.
Okay.
I'm glad. I didn't want it to be zombie.
Think chilling black cherry.
So it was terrible.
Ooh,
These are actually pretty
Terrible
good.
week for fans.
They're really good until you get to Trash Mountain.
It was like 1:45 on Sunday, and I was like, well, I can stop watching.
Yeah.
I don't need to pay attention to this app.
our game went Monday night. Those are the ones that wreck your nuts when you gotta wait the whole thing out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Then Monday night turds.
Yeah, I was
So-
flipping between Monday Night Raw and the Browns against whatever that other team was, the 49ers. It was a real bad night of television.
So we got some interesting things coming this week. I get Tad. So hopefully, no offense, Tad.
Can't
I'll
even
put up
count
another
that.
86 points.
You can't even count that as a gimme with how nuts the
Oh.
scores have been going.
I can't count anything as a gimme. I scored 58 points.
Right.
So,
I was gonna say even 86 beats 56.
that's right. That's right. So Lee, you get Juan. Currently projected to beat him, but
Yeah.
Juan's team is pretty legit.
I would say
Juan-
Juan is a
Juan
gimme
team.
too, but he beat my ass. There we go.
Juan has a streaky team.
Yeah. Don't we all? Everybody but Mary
Yeah.
has a streaky team.
Yeah, Mary's been the only consistent.
That one
Knize,
didn't have a flavor at first, so I was afraid.
you got Shark, Knize. You got to face Matt.
Well, that's fine, because I'm currently projected to beat him, but who knows?
We'll see. And then Jose,
What up?
you gotta take on Mary.
Oh shit!
You're fucked.
Currently projected,
What's your projections?
Jose projected.
Well,
at
yeah, but you gotta keep in mind I got a running back in there right now that might not be playing.
Yeah, shut up, though.
Okay, well go ahead.
101.3 for Jose, 101.2 for Mary.
Oh, so 50-50, like
Yeah.
every
Right.
week.
Yeah. Quit making excuses and let him read the projections.
No, because I'm gonna win. I'm fine.
We'll see. We'll see.
No, I'm good.
I don't know. A little risky.
A little risky.
Hey, that's the name of my team.
Little Risky is my rap name.
Oh my God. We didn't even talk about how Master P bought House of Glory Wrestling.
Yeah, that's true. He did. It's
That
Tito's
sounds
home
made up.
promotion.
That sounds fake.
What a world.
Tito
Mahoney,
gets Mel.
Mahoney, that should be your favorite company because their name is Hog.
Why? Why would that make them my favorite company?
Because you'd think that's funny.
So Tito gets Mel and Kelly gets better.
All right.
Yeah, I need Tito to lose.
You do need Tito to lose, but I don't like your chances of Tito losing to Mel because besides Kelly, Mel has the worst luck this season.
Yeah.
Says the guy who scored 58 points.
Yeah, but all kinds of records being set.
Yeah, it's nonsense.
It's a remarkable
this is a weird season.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I bet.
Except for my game plan is not fully come through. I was going for strong wide receivers. And
yeah,
they're not.
ditto.
They're not.
They're not so. They're not very wide.
Yeah, more like narrow receivers.
Yeah.
Am I right?
So, like, I have too many wide receivers. I have a lot of, they suck week to week sometimes, but I have a lot of what should be desirable wide receivers. And I did that on purpose because I wanted to turn those into running backs. There's no fucking running backs this year that are worth anything. Like, everybody has, like, one running back that there's no possible way they'd be willing to trade, and then a bunch of shit. And it's like, what am I even supposed to do? I can't make any trades. I'm going nuts. I can't make any trades.
He's all trade backed up.
He's got trade balls.
I gotta start trading with myself. Tito, make it so I can trade with myself.
That helps. Clean the pipes.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I liked when Jose started laughing like he was an evil, just an evil mastermind.
Yeah, if you got a running back that isn't a pile of steaming crap and you're interested in a wide receiver, let me know.
Yes, same.
Yeah.
Lee, who do you have that you can trade?
Lee has nothing. Lee, last week your entire bench was injured. You didn't have a single healthy player other than the ones in your lineup.
They all
Lee,
had the sniffles.
Tell Goat to stop hugging his girlfriend to give you control.
No more hugging. All right, let's take a break. Let's
take a break.
We'll take a break, come back to top 6. I do have a Popcast Classic for this week, and it's about Kelly's digestive problems. So,
I bet this is good.
It's a wild one. So we'll be back in 2 minutes 43 seconds.
Break. That reminds me of a time I really fucked up a bathroom like that myself. It was for my birthday last year. We went to. We were going to go to a bar for a party. I had a bunch of friends going there, and next door is a restaurant that I like, so we went there for dinner. And beforehand, we had seen a movie. We had seen RoboCop, and that was a shitty choice.
Yeah, I almost threw up watching RoboCop too.
Yeah, but something that I'd eaten got me bad. So I went to the bathroom while we were eating, and I just shit everything out, just so bad. And I try and flush the toilet, and nothing happens. Just nothing. So I flush it again, and the water starts coming up. Nothing's going down.
In there.
So I'm like, oh no, and there's no plunger in there, so I have to leave it.
It really is absurd that what are they afraid is gonna happen if you fucking put a toilet in a bathroom. Like you want that, right?
Yeah. But now it gets worse. Because whatever had gotten to me also had given me like heartburn. And then so I had eaten a bunch of Tums. And for whatever reason, I had to go throw up now. And so there's just the lone toilet. So I go back in there.
Oh no! No!
And just throw up pink Tums vomit on top of all the shit.
Been there.
Oh, God!
So it's just shitty pink vomit, and I walk out of there just as like a janitor is going to walk in. So I quickly leave and tell the people I'm with, I'm like, hey, we need to, like, oh man, I bet people are going to be at the bar. We should like pay and just leave, right? So they're like, oh yeah, sure. And we get the fuck out of there.
Oh, God.
Because it's not because, like, you think that the janitor's gonna come out of the bathroom like, you motherfucker! That guy right there! Shit! Clogged the toilet and then puked on it and left it. You just don't want to make eye contact with them again.
Exactly.
But honestly, if it's that terrible, you never know. You might get this guy running out calling you a motherfucker.
Just randomly stumbled onto that one today while looking for a Popcast classic.
That one's kind of old too, isn't it?
Yeah. That was
That's like,
from,
what, 2015?
I don't have the episode right in front of me, but it was while we were still in the reboot numbering, but it was like 102 maybe. So, yeah, that was probably 3-4 years ago.
That was probably right around when I tricked you guys into letting me host the show.
Hey, man.
Suckers. I keep at. Sometimes you get lost up when you're listening to it, and you want to like answer into it, and then you're like, "Oh."
Keep up.
I listened to
keep up.
I listened to the favorite beverages one today.
Ooh.
And that one is great. That one is a good time. Knize describing strawberry milk as all the benefits of Pepto without the taste.
Every time I have indigestion now and I take a swig of milk, I just think of all the people just mocking me.
Better with his fucking
brownies soaked in Mountain Dew.
Yeah, mint chocolate chip and mellow yellow or
it was
whatever.
Brownies soaked in orange juice.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Terrible. All right, so this week, I think this should be interesting because I think we have a wide variety of kind of definitions.
Some takes, yeah.
Yeah, so the plan is to do, it was top 6 bad horror movies. Or worst horror movies.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and
So yeah, and the problem I had with this is that like I unironically love a lot of bad horror movies.
It's true.
Like, and I wanted to go a different way. I wanted to say, okay, I wanted to go with the movies that upset me that I did not fucking like. Like, and if you look at a whole bunch of any list of people do of like, oh, these are the worst horror movies ever, I'm like, yeah, but half of these are pretty fucking rad. That doesn't really help me for what I want to do here. So,
yeah, like bad horror movies that are like good, I couldn't list 6 of those that I love. And like Kelly said, if I see a movie and I don't like it, then I immediately kind of erase it from my brain, except for a couple, which we'll discuss. So I literally went through Wikipedia and looked at a list of every horror movie released since 1970.
Same. I had to do the same thing. But I went back to the 1890s.
God damn.
1890s. Kelly's like, little known film from 1897.
I was like, maybe I saw one of these. Who knows?
called The Indians Are Coming.
Good Lord. All right, so I went with, what, when it was over, was I like, this makes me feel empty and horrible inside.
Yeah. What a waste of my time.
What a waste of my fucking time. And the first thing that came to mind was a direct-to-DVD feature from 1999 by the name of Witch House.
Oof.
Witch House fucking sucks. It was, I think it might have been a Full Moon picture. And see, now when I was
Full Moon did the Puppet Master movies, right?
Yeah, but they also made a whole bunch of other things that you've never fucking heard about.
Sure, but well known for Puppet Master.
Yeah, for every Puppet Master and like Castle Freak, you've got a Witch House or an Evil Bong or some shit like that. They're not great.
Oh, Evil Bong.
Yeah, not awesome. And back in the day, around this time, my stepdad worked at a video store back when those still existed.
Dope.
And so we watched fucking everything. Like he would just bring home these sheets of like free rental coupons. And, hey, go nuts. And so we watched fucking everything. And and when they'd get to the point where they were they'd sell off the used copies and whatever was left after. Well, he'd just bring it home. He'd just bring home movies all the time. And one of those was Witch House. And we got together a whole bunch of us because like we thought it would be bad because I've always liked bad movies like this, but it's so bad it doesn't have the decency to be fun. It's just horrible, real bad. Don't watch Witch House or the sequels Witch House 2, 3, and 4.
What's even the concept? Just a house with witches?
So Witch House has 4 sequels. We can't get Dread 2.
Yeah, no shit. It's fucking.
Is it a Blair Witch ripoff? Because it was same
dumb
year.
White kids go to a house for a party and there's a witch in it and it's just stupid. Like it's real bad.
Oh man, you got a witch in my house.
So many witches up in this house.
You got a house in my witch.
And kind of to that end, a recent edition. I watched this shit like 2 weeks ago. I'm going the 2009 Night of the Demons remake.
Oh, you were so excited about that.
Yeah, because I fucking love Night of the Demons, and even Night of the Demons 2, 3 not so much. But Night of the Demons is a classic.
Night of the Demons I only saw last year after you were talking about it from one of our other top 6s, and I thought it was very, very bad, but with some cool bits in it.
Yeah, it's not like a good movie.
No,
but it's fun and kind of silly and like doesn't take itself seriously. I love that movie.
Real misogynistic that movie is.
I think it's also like a thing about through the lens of the time. It was a different time, very unwoke 1989. And I sat down to watch this on YouTube. The whole fucking movie was on YouTube.
Yeah, some Russians uploaded it to YouTube, and it's got Shannon Elizabeth in it and the chick from Freddy vs. Jason.
And Edward Furlong from Terminator 2.
Oh, wow.
He's like the male lead in that movie. It's Edward Furlong.
Oh, my God.
And so I'm kind of excited about it. And then like in the girl who did the lipstick in the boob gimmick from the first movie had like a cameo in like the titles. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of great. They got back. Maybe we're in for a good time. We were not in for a good time.
Oh yeah, and the chick that does
the story sucks.
The chick that does the lipstick in the new one is Diora Baird, who was in I think she was in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the beginning, and I remember her from a Playboy magazine, and she has hoots for days.
But she just does the lipstick gimmick just to say that she did it,
right?
Like, and it's the room she's in. It's just lit to shit. Like it's overly lit. There's not a shadow in the whole goddamn movie unless it's just it's a shittily made movie.
For the record,
pardon my ignorance, but what exactly is the lipstick?
Yes,
gimmick?
I was just gonna say.
So there's a bit in the original Night of the Demons where same. Tale as old as time. Bunch of kids go to this party that this chick's throwing at a funeral home, but there's demons in it, and so one by one the kids start getting possessed by demons, and it manifests itself in various ways. And so the one kind of sex pot chick, she's way flirty with all the boys, whatever, and she gets hit by it. And so there's a bit with her where she's in the dark in this room, like by herself, and she's opened up her top, and she has this sort of hoots is out, and she's doing her makeup, this lipstick around her mouth, and it's like real all over her face. And then she drags it down her neck into her chest and starts outlining like one of her boobs in the lipstick, and then just pushes it in through her nipple, and it vanishes. It disappears.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Yes.
Okay then.
Yes.
Yeah. It's fucking gross. But like, it's crazy because you've never seen anything like that before or since until they did it in this shitty remake. And it's a wild bit, especially when like you're in your formative years, like, oh cool, boobs. Oh my god, I don't want to see him do that. That's horrible, And even to this day, like the gag like kind of works. You kind of look at from the time, especially, but like the gag, it's a good prosthetic. Like it's cool, it works, it's neat. But they just do it in this big bright ass room in the remake, just like, hey, remember that they did that in the other one? Like, nah, it fucking sucks.
And she sticks it in through her nipple in the new one, and then does she like cough it up or does she like poop it out or something? I forget.
She pulls it out of her vagina.
Yes, covered in blood.
Covered in like it's all bloody, and like she pours blood out of her vag onto the floor. Like, but like that could be a good bit too, but it's not. It just sucks.
This sounds like a lovely film.
And a lot of it is just like that, those bad like mid 2000s, late 2000s, just CGI, like Baraka mouths.
Yeah, and the makeup, like the effects are terrible. The makeup sucks. The story sucks. Like nothing anybody does makes any fucking sense. Like it's just lame. It's terrible. On the same note, I also really hated Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
Ooh.
I apologize in advance to some of our more beloved listeners, but I fucking hate Halloween.
She knows. She knows what
Well,
she did.
We might be saying the same thing, Lee.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. And for as much as the first zombie Halloween does some weird shit, take some liberties, like I liked it. It was a new take. It was a little interesting, and I feel like none of that shit happened in the second one. Like it was just overly convoluted and weird.
Yep.
And, Loomis is suddenly not dead for some reason, and just his character now sucks. Like I don't know.
Yeah, he's
Did
like
not care for it.
He's an asshole who wrote a book, and now he's just a real piece of shit. So I'll eat.
He's doing like the
Skittles.
talk show circuit. When again, I'm pretty sure he crushed his fucking head in the first one. I don't know. Still want to see 3 from Hell though. R.I.P. Sid Haig. And next up,
Captain Spaulding. R.I.P.
Yep.
That one was a close call.
up-
It was kind of weird.
Human Centipede 2
Electric Boogaloo.
is really terrible. Like
Is that the
Human
one?
Centipede is not good.
Is it black and white with the big fat guy?
Black and white with the big fat guy.
Okay.
And it's weirdly meta because like the big fat guy is like a fan of Human Centipede.
Right.
So one of the girls in Human Centipede 1 is in 2 as herself. So this guy like picks her up at the airport.
So like he kidnaps the actress.
He
who's
kidnaps
in
the
movie?
actress and puts her in like a real life Human Centipede thing, and it's just really.
And what about that poor
really
actress had to pretend to do it, and then like if she was real,
Yeah, exactly.
like you got to film it, and then now,
Yeah.
I got to do
they go real hard with the poop in Human Centipede 2. It does have some good effects. I'll give you that much, but it's just gross with no, like, it's not saying anything. Not to be fucking whatever. But like, it's just
not
gross for the sake of being gross.
It's not saying anything besides.
Yeah. It's horrible. I don't care for it. Don't care for it. Whatever. Also, really don't care for High Tension. which I believe is from the director of Gator Basement, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you've mentioned this before.
High Tension fucking sucks. It's a French movie, good effects, good kills. Like the chick who's the lead in it is good, but it tries to do a twist ending, but it's fucking dumb. The girl who is like the main girl is also the killer, even though the guy who's been killing people, like, she witnesses him do it. Like, there's nothing along the way that indicates that she's the guy. Which, you know, like, she's awake when he shows up at the house and starts killing people. So, like, it just can't be her, and it doesn't make any sense. It's like they got 85 pages into the script and was like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if there was a twist ending? She's the guy. And it doesn't make any fucking sense. And it sucks.
It reminds me of the script that they're writing in adaptation.
Yeah. It's exactly that. It's just for the fuck of it. I hate it so much. It's so bad. But all that pales in comparison to not only to what is probably the worst movie-going experience I've ever had, to the point where I almost left the theater. Goddamn Midsummer. Like, Midsummer sucks so fucking bad.
I can't wait to see it.
You can stream it now. It's out.
Oh, it's streaming?
Yeah, it's streaming now.
Well, I'm not gonna pay for it, but
it fucking sucks. It sucks. And there is apparently an extended director's cut that is 25 minutes longer of more bullshit. Like, oh god, it sucks. I talked about it at Luke's wedding with a couple of fucking, film snob guys. I'm like, no, fuck that movie. Like, I refuse to acknowledge this movie as anything but a turd. I can't. It was some guy and a bear for no reason. Just cram this motherfucker into a bear. Ugh, it's awful. You say you can't wait to see it. Don't watch it. So fucking
but you
bad,
hate it. You hate it so violently.
I hate it so much.
But then, not a lot of the times, but oftentimes, you and I have such polar opposite opinions when it comes to movies. So I just kind of want to give it a shot, just to see how bad it is, or maybe I'll fucking love it. Oh god damn it! Oh god damn it!
Oh! I can't with that fucking movie, dude. I hate it so much. And like I don't ever
Knize
remember.
has to eat 3 of them.
I got 2 in my mouth right now.
There you go. I've never wanted to leave a theater before, but I'm like, this is never going to end. It's never going to stop. I'm going to die in this theater. This fucking movie's still going to be playing. This is how it goes out. Not with a whimper, but with just a shitty movie full of smiling white people.
Sounds like Ad Astra.
You know what? I bet it is a lot like Ad Astra. I bet it is.
Bet it is.
Oh, look at that. The original Night of the Demons, also on YouTube.
Yeah, let me share it with the chat as well. The full movie is on YouTube, and I just sent a link exactly to the lipstick scene, so check that out, y'all.
Oh, Hoots on YouTube, apparently.
Well, I mean, they're getting by on a lot of technicalities here, because they got the whole movie up there.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have the whole movie up there. And plus, they're fake, but there are hoots in that movie.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't, but someone has to report it for it to get taken down, and no one's narking on this sweet ass upload.
That's true.
Oh yeah, it just goes right in there.
What's funny is the whole hour and 30-minute movie is on YouTube, free to watch, and then 2 links down below that. Watch for $2.99, Night of the Demons.
Like, you know what? I don't think I will. I think I'll just watch this one.
Yeah, you think since they have it to buy on YouTube that they'd be a little bit more on the ball about copyrights.
Night of the Demons rules, you guys. It's a fun time. It's a fun one. And
Nice
you got, Kelly? I'm interested in your list.
All right. Well,
You're
first
not like
off,
a big
I want
horror guy, are you?
not very.
Besides, like, kaiju. Kaiju kind of counts as horror, I'd
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
Gauge
I'm not
matches.
like Yeah, I'm not deep into horror stuff. Like, I don't know. I like what I like. There's a lot of cool stuff, and I kind of just ignore everything else. So yeah, making my list was not easy. Let's go These aren't in really any order. Man Thing. The sci-fi original movie based on the Marvel comic. The Man Thing effects I thought looked pretty good, but other than that, the movie was pretty shitty.
And that was
that one.
That was the recent one that from like the past 10 years.
Yeah,
where it's like,
might be a little more, but yeah.
But like they were gonna do that like as a theatrical feature, right? And then at the last minute, they're like, "This sucks so bad. Let's just throw it on Sci-Fi."
Yeah,
It was. I want to say it was being developed with like Iron Man and Hulk, and they like flew down to see it, and were like, "Oh no, no, this isn't what we wanted at all."
Yeah.
Oh, see, I'm thinking Swamp Thing because they did the Swamp Thing movie with Heather Locklear back in the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
That movie's pretty good. Wes Craven directed it.
Yeah, the Man Thing movie, not good. Effects are good. Everything else terrible. Freddy versus Jason.
Ooh.
You guys are halfway through my list.
Oh, I think we might have some overlap.
It's not funny. It's not scary. Stop trying to make the Kitty Fiddler a funny man.
Well, I mean, he was a funny man before that. Like,
yeah, it was a different type of funny. Like,
yeah,
it was good.
Yeah, so yeah, I didn't care for that movie. That's 1998 Psycho.
Oh, never saw it.
It's a waste. It's just the original movie, but with Vince Vaughn jerking it.
To be honest, I've never seen the original either.
Yeah, but like you can't. I don't know, man. Like it's excessive that they did it the way that they did it, but like motherfuckers don't watch black and white movies.
Yeah, but the original's still so good. That's the thing.
Yeah, I need to sit down this month and watch that one finally.
Yeah, no, the original's fantastic.
I know the twist though. Damn it.
Yeah, that kind of hurts things. But it's still a very good movie. Let's see. Ghost Ship.
Ooh, Ghost Ship sucks.
Ghost Ship has a really rad, like, first 3 minutes or so.
Yeah. Everyone gets cut in half by, like, the shipmast or whatever.
Yeah. Like, that scene rules. Everything after it is terrible.
They blew their wad.
The highest of highs and then the lowest of lows.
Or the director did that one scene and was like, "I'm out."
Yeah.
You guys finish it.
Ghost Ship sounds so much like Witch House.
Let's see.
Witch Ship.
Yeah, Witch Ship.
Or Ship Witch.
Ghost House.
Sandwich.
Actually, that might be a pretty cool concept for a movie.
Sandwich.
A witch at like a tropical resort.
Yeah.
It's all inclusive, but they make you pay for the drinks.
All right. This next one is purely because of its Mystery Science Theater episode, and that is Boggy Creek 2 and The Legend Continues. It is a Bigfoot movie. It's so bad, but that episode of Mystery Science Theater is like my favorite episode of that series. It's so funny. And then the next two, my number one, neither one. It's a two-parter because neither one is a movie.
Nice.
The first is the Junji Ito collection.
Really?
Hated that shit.
Judge Ito did a bunch of horror films?
He did.
Nice.
Thought they were terrible adaptations of his stories. Thought the voice acting was really bad. The animation sucks. It's incredibly lazy animation. In fact, there's one episode where they had to blow up. Like, they had to make the frame bigger, and they didn't bother to make the character in the frame bigger. So there's just empty space between
really
the character's chest and the border. of the
Really? So I've only
Yeah.
watched like 2 episodes.
Yeah, no, it's not good. I don't like that series at all. And then really number one, that goddamn Hell in a Cell match. So bad. Fuck you, Vince McMahon.
Touche.
I hope you shit your pants and fall down a hole.
Okay, quick question, because I think I saw you say something about this guy just can't wrestle. Was it a problem with Bray Wyatt's wrestling, or was it just everything?
Did I say that?
Well, I feel like I saw something in tweet that was like this guy just can't wrestle or something. I could be wrong.
Yeah, man, I don't remember.
I mean,
maybe
you're not
in
the-
just a fit of rage I had said that, but I
It
don't know.
might have been-
I don't think Wyatt is the best in ring.
Yeah, you're not the biggest fan of Boots to begin with. I
No,
might have
I'm
confused
not.
you with
Hey,
I might have confused
think-
your tweets with the Voices of Wrestling account. So
Yeah,
I sometimes do
probably.
that.
I think Bray is serviceable, but I don't think he's ever like a top level guy. I think his best match was with Dana Bryan, and that's just because Dana Bryan's great.
Yeah, it was a good match.
Yeah, fuck that match. It's terrible. Fucking virtual boy bullshit. Goddamn cartoon mallets. Oh, big old cartoon mallet. That's okay, but a sledgehammer? No, bad.
Yeah, see, I kind of like the idea of a big cartoon mallet. That kind of lends itself to the Firefly Funhouse bit a little bit.
I feel like if you do that though, you have to really lean into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they didn't. It was just, here, let me fucking squish you against the cage with it. Like, it would have worked if he had, like, tried to get him and Seth moved out of the way at the, the last second. But no.
Boing?
Yeah. No, so stupid. I'm mad again.
Set him off, pushing buttons.
So we didn't get much participation this week, but we did get a couple on Discord. We got a Eric Magnus private message on Facebook, and then Kristen was super busy, so she sent hers in like 6 consecutive Facebook messages as well. So
All right.
So let's go to Ben. How about that? Debaser77 on Twitter and on Discord. Ben, our resident film geek. So number 6, Rubber. A sentient tire goes around killing people while a fourth wall breaking audience watches and comments on it all. It's so stupid, it's actually kind of brilliant.
I had a good time with Rubber.
Yeah.
I like that movie a lot.
Ben's list is kind of more of the so bad it's good. Jaws the Revenge, number 5. Michael Caine collects a paycheck, and the shark roars like a damn lion. A franchise killer. Number 4, The Gorgor Girls. What? The Gorgor Girls.
I saw that movie on the list I was looking at earlier.
Yeah, it's not good.
Dull dialogue scenes, acting that makes porn look legit, and gore scenes that made me think the director had no concept of human anatomy. Has to be seen to be believed. Number 3, Troll 2. An entertainingly inept piece of trash cinema about vegetarianism run amok. Oh my god, indeed. I've never actually seen Troll 2, but I have watched Best Worst Movie a few times, which is the documentary about Troll 2, and I highly recommend that.
I watched Troll 2 with Kristen, and it was a damn good time. It's terrible.
Number 2, Knock Knock. Keanu's free pizza monologue still cracks me up.
See, I don't agree that Knock Knock belongs on this list. Like in any capacity. Like Knock Knock was a good time. I enjoyed that movie.
Well, I mean, it's kind of, some of these are so bad it's good, some of them are just bad.
Knock Knock is just good.
And then number 1, pretty much any post-Scream horror movie cast with WB regulars. Aside from maybe Scream 2, they were all mediocre cash grabs that completely missed the point of why Scream was so popular. Yeah, movies in general, but especially the horror genre, something hits, and then everybody's trying to recreate that. And
Yeah.
after Scream came out, it felt like it was a decade of those types of movies. Self-referential, the cast straight from the WB or UPN.
And like 7% of them are actually worth watching.
Yeah. And then shout out to all the horror movies made famous by Mystery Science Theater 3000. Manos, The Hands of Fate, Squirm, The Giant Spider Invasion, The Creeping Terror, etc.
No, it's not bad. Questionable use of knock knock there, Ben.
What is knock knock?
Knock
Then-
knock.
You say that, and then Ben says, "Who's there?"
No, knock knock is an Eli Roth picture.
Oh. Not my favorite.
It's not
I almost put Hostel
Eli
on my
Roth.
list.
Fair though. This guy is like an architect. He's at his house, and his family's gone. They're on their way back, or they'll be home soon, whatever. So he's waiting for them to come home. And then there's a knock at the door, and it's these two hot girls, and they're like out in the rain, whatever. And they're like, my car broke down, all this and that.
It's a
He's
trap.
like, yeah, fine, come on in, I'll get you an Uber.
No.
You know, so it's Keanu Reeves is the guy. I think this is right around the time the first John Wick came out. And so they come in, they're doing their thing, and like they're getting all flirty with him, and he's like, no, I appreciate that. Your car's gonna be here soon. It's fine. Just be cool. And like, they kind of just, hard seduce this guy, and he fucking breaks down, fucks them both in the shower, and then he wakes up in the morning the next day, and they just proceed to torture him for the rest of the movie for being like a piece of shit, scumbag, cheating asshole.
Yeah, it sounds like an Eli Roth movie.
I thought it was great. I had a good time with it. It was fun. But, the free pizza monologue is pretty great. I'll save that for the movie. You guys can watch it. It's good.
Lee,
I enjoyed it.
I don't think I'm going to be watching that one.
Oh, it's fun. Look at this guy. It was one of the early pictures of the Keanu-sans.
Pre-Keanu
The Keanu Renaissance? The Keanu-sans?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we get it.
You get it? Yeah, you get that?
It was pretty easy.
It's some wordplay. It's good. Just imagine thinking of it first. He's even got the John Wick beard going on in it.
I got to be honest. I'm not as accepting of Keanu as everyone else is. I think
What?
he's fine.
I mean, yeah,
What?
he's fine.
So fine. I mean, Jesus.
Like, I don't know why everyone... Guys, I don't get why people lose their shit over John Wick.
Well, I mean, I like the John Wick movies. It's just
I do
also...
too. I do too.
It's also the internet likes to grab onto things. It's like how Jeff Goldblum became everybody's pervert daddy.
That's true. But like, I feel like if you've seen like one actual like, Hong Kong action movie,
Oh, get out of here!
like, John Wick isn't that special.
Kelly's like, actually in Japan.
Presses glasses upon bridge of nose.
Like, I don't know. Everyone acts like it's this revolutionary thing. And it's like, well, I don't know. That's just Keanu doing a Chinese movie.
But there's nothing like it anymore here. Like,
Yeah.
you grow up on action movies in the 80s, and like something like this happens, like fucking yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, the lovely Mary Knize hits us up on the Discord,
I know her.
which you should also join at discord.panelsonpages.com. Number 6, Once Bitten, a horror comedy where Jim Carrey is a virgin who gets seduced by a hot vampire, and it's not funny. Also starring Amanda Bierce from Married with Children.
Yes.
Number 5, Jack Frost, not the Michael Keaton one. This movie is so bad and so cheesy that it's hilarious. I think Shannon Elizabeth was in that one too.
Yep. She got impaled with a carrot nose, I believe.
Yep.
Or an ice.
But it wasn't
icicle.
the nose at the time.
Yeah. Didn't we watch that at your house at one point?
Probably.
Yeah. I think it might have been that time we came for New Year's. We watched Jack Frost.
Good time. Number 4, Repo, the genetic opera. I really wanted to be the next Rocky Horror Picture Show, but it's completely cringeworthy. I was just listening to the soundtrack the other day, and it's so bad they let Paris Hilton sing. I've actually never seen that one.
There was a hot minute where Repo the genetic opera was like the thing for the emo crowd.
Yeah, people were way into that thing for a little while.
Like they were making the cast of that was making the rounds at horror conventions for a few years there.
Number 3, Jennifer's Body. Another long-running Popcast joke, but I don't hate this movie. It's pretty cringy but enjoyable.
Yeah, Jennifer's Body is what made Weddy happen.
It's not very good. It's real bad. Number 2, I fucking love this movie.
Yes.
Ernest Scared Stupid.
Yes.
Ernest has to fight a demon troll who's weak against milk. Get it? Because he did commercials for milk. I love the Ernest movies, but this is one of the worst. I disagree. I fucking love this movie.
Of the first like 3 or 4 Ernest movies, yeah, it is the worst. But like he did like 9 other movies after that.
Yeah, wait till like tell me that this is the worst one when you see Ernest Goes to Africa.
Right. I loved the troll design in that movie.
Yeah, the troll design's pretty good. And then like at the end, like a whole bunch of trolls come out and they're all kind of rad.
Yeah.
One of my favorite parts of that movie is like where you can clearly like see like a hammer like shove out like the block of garbage of the truck, or the troll's whole gimmick is it turns people into wood, like wood figures.
Yeah.
And he turns Ernest's dog into a wood figure. But the figure broke at some point, and like they didn't make a new one. So he's just carrying around like this lump of wood that in no way looks like a dog anymore. Like treating it like it's a dog. And I know that until I was an adult. And what the fuck is wrong with this wood dog? Oh, it broke and they just never finished it. Okay. I see what happened there. And then number 1, another solid winner, The Greasy Strangler. This movie's a low-budget, awkward, skeezy delight, and one of my favorites.
I am so glad we sat down to watch that last year. Highly recommend. If you can find it, Greasy Strangler, it is a hoot.
Real gross.
Disgusting.
But, again, has the decency to be fun.
Yeah.
Whereas something like a Human Centipede 2 is not fun. It just sucks. It's terrible. I believe The Greasy Strangler is still on Prime. If you want to watch it on the Amazon Prime, you can do that shit.
I would definitely recommend that. And it's got a jaunty little score that keeps it from feeling too gross and too like uncomfortable.
It knows what it's doing.
Yeah.
It knows what it's doing and it's trying to have a good time with it. You can learn a thing or two from The Greasy Strangler, Human Centipede 2. It's really aggressive.
I thought The Greasy Strangler was just an episode of SpongeBob for a long time. I was thinking of the hash-slinging slasher.
What you got, Jose?
All right. What movie did we just watch together, Knize? What did we just watch?
Suicide Squad?
No. We watched in the theater.
It too?
Yeah, before It Too. Whatever that dumb college movie was, where they showed the whole movie and they show you the ending. Because I felt like I already seen it.
Was it a horror movie?
The Countdown? The Countdown app?
No, I don't think they showed that trailer.
No, it's the one where like the school has a tradition of killing people, and they show you the trailer that it's the head of the school that's behind it
Black
all.
Christmas.
I think you're right. I think it was Black Christmas.
What did you write down on your list for this, Jose?
You wrote
college
that.
movie.
All those words.
I tried looking it up, and I couldn't find the name.
That's Black Christmas.
Because Carrie Elway's they show is like a skull and bones, and it's like, oh yeah, he's the professor. Obviously, he's the bad guy.
But they've also done Black Christmas like 3 times.
Yeah, but I've never seen it, so I don't know what the plot or the twist is. So, but from the trailer, you can tell.
Oh,
They tell you in the fucking trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, nobody's going to see Black Christmas to be shocked.
Yeah, but don't show me the ending of the thing. Either way, I didn't like it. And then I got the Resident Evil. Like, 1 was all right, but I don't like where it ended up going. I don't know.
Yeah.
It got pretty wild there at the end.
Yeah. It got real fucking Fast and the Furious for a little
I really liked 1. And
yeah, like 1 was
I was
cool.
really disappointed with everything else.
Yeah, 1 was cool because it wasn't just the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then it just went off the rails somewhere. And I wish they would have reined it back in. But
The one where it was in a prison was pretty cool. That was like 4 or 5 or 6. Saw that in 3D with Mary.
oh,
Still,
I've
like,
never actually seen any of these movies.
it was still trash, but
yeah.
pretty fun.
The original Black Christmas, by the way, is also on Amazon Prime
Nice.
from 1974.
Then I got The Happening. Just fucking disappointing.
And see, if I was doing a list of so bad they're good, I would have put The Happening on there.
I mean, fuck, dude. Like, I get that in probably on paper or even reading the story, it would be better.
But the execution,
Yeah, just the on-screen execution,
showing
it
the
didn't
breeze.
translate. Yeah, just everyone's running from a grass that's blowing, like
Oh
in a lawnmower.
It's a shrubbery.
What's that grass going to do against a lawnmower?
The scene where Marky Mark was talking to the houseplant. It might be my favorite Marky Mark movie of all time. And I hate Marky Mark. He is not a nice person.
Departed.
Not
Departed's
not a
Marky
person.
Mark's best character.
Well, he's great in The Departed because he's playing a real piece of shit.
Yeah.
He's
He's playing
typecast.
Marky Mark.
If it works, right?
Yeah.
What'd that one taste like?
It was blue.
Oh no.
Boogeyman Blackberry, maybe? I'm
Whoa,
really
whoa,
getting
whoa.
scared, guy. There's 6 left from this package, so it's just Russian roulette at this point.
Yeah, I got it 3 in.
Do you think there's one in every bag? Like, there kind of has to be, right?
You'd think.
Definitely. More than one, I would imagine.
I don't
Well,
want
yeah.
it.
If that's the gimmick,
I don't
there
want it.
Should be more than one.
Probably all 3 of those are the zombie ones.
No, there's 6 left.
Oh.
6 zombies.
Yikes.
We need a cut of the cranberry zombie as a sounder every time he has to eat one. And then I'm with Lee, that Rob Zombie movie. I love the first one. I loved the tone, the feel, it was kind of the same, but the whole, like, what was it? She dreamt a remake of the original number 2.
Oh, yeah.
And then woke up and was like, and then she was at like a rave and he was at her house and then he walked to the rave before the rave was over.
And there was there's a ghost.
Yeah. And then the scene at the end where she walked out of the barn with wearing the helmet, I laughed. And I know that was not like what they were going for, but I thought it looked.
Oh,
stupid.
you mean the Michael Myers mask?
Yeah. She comes
Called
walking
it
out of
a
the barn like
helmet?
a mask. She's all
Michael Myers
big and-
helmet?
Yeah. It's like, get out of here with that shit.
Maybe that's
So-
why he can survive all the stuff that happens to him, because he's wearing a helmet the entire time.
Yeah, he's like, oh, now I get it. This thing rules.
Safety first.
Then I got Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah.
Like, that's not the movie I wanted to see.
Yes.
That was Freddy versus Jason.
Don't love it.
But give me, like, take it serious. The same thing with Alien versus Predator. I just thought that they were shitty. They were shittily done. They like give me an Alien 1 versus Predator 1.
Yeah.
That realm. I want those two storylines to mix.
I feel
Not some comedic dumb shit.
I feel if they never made Freddy versus Jason, I feel if someone who cared made one today in this climate, it would be great because there would be more care put into it, and it could possibly set up a huge cinematic universe.
Like it won.
Yeah.
Give me a universe like that of those characters. And then I got the Freddy remake. I thought it was garbage.
Ooh, yeah, it's
and
not good.
The CGI ending at the end was fucking stupid.
They didn't
It
even make
didn't
that
look
kitty.
good.
They didn't even make that kitty fiddler fun at all, did they?
No.
No. Like, and it wasn't like he wasn't a bad. He wasn't a shitty Freddy, but the Freddy was not good, and it left me like I barely remember it. That's how bad it was. Is I have vague memories. Like I might remember a trailer's worth of that movie.
Well, they did the whole where Freddy's coming out of the wall, but they did it CGI instead of practical, so it's like what? Excuse me.
Yeah, and then
Bless you.
Excuse me. I tried to get through it.
not good, and that's my 6.
Nice.
Solid 6.
Yeah.
Solid 6. Pretty good. Here's what we got on Facebook. Nice.
We got Eric Magnus. Let's see here. He says, I'm not a horror guy. I've only seen slasher movies. That's fine. Yeah, it counts.
There's no slasher movies.
Yeah. Number 6, Jason Takes Manhattan. It was the first Friday the 13th movie I saw because as a kid, I was terrified of those movies. I was so scared of those movies that when my mom had a paper route and one of those neighborhoods was called Crystal Lake, I wouldn't go there until she threatened to whoop me. I only mentioned this movie because Scott Reeves was in it, and he was Ryan McNeil on The Young and the Restless and Steve Weber on General Hospital.
Oh, hell yeah. Getting that General Hospital content in here.
I remember seeing Jason Takes Manhattan in the theater, and even as a kid being like, why aren't they in Manhattan yet? Because most of the movie takes place
Where
on
are
a
the
boat.
Muppets?
Yes. I do love the Muppets Take Manhattan. It's fantastic.
Which one came first?
Muppets.
Okay.
Definitely.
But 80% of the movie takes place on a cruise ship.
Yeah. Number 5, the first episode of Supernatural. I didn't think I'd be caught dead watching this show, but when I was in Japan, when you rent movies, it sometimes comes with an episode or 2 of a TV show? What?
All right.
I thought Supernatural was a male version of Charmed until I saw it. After that first episode, I was hooked. I gave my girlfriend's nightmares, though.
That's a really good pilot.
Number 4, Child's Play 2 and 3. I just thought Chucky was funny as fuck. Damn it. Still fruity.
All right.
Oh, that doesn't count. You had to read it. That doesn't count.
Yeah, that's not on you. You didn't know him to say it.
Hey, I took the bullet. Either way.
All right.
Number 3, Halloween.
Zombie.
Number 3, Halloween 4 and 5. First Halloween movies I wasn't scared enough to watch.
Sound like you said hoeing. You better eat a Skittle.
I mention it because when I was in 6th grade, I made a Michael Myers joke calling him Oscar Myers, and my friends fucked with me by telling me that every Halloween, Michael Myers kills anyone who makes fun of him. I was terrified and didn't go trick-or-treating again for 2 years.
That's funny.
Number 2, the first 2 Elm Street and first 3 Jason movies. One of my Filipina girlfriends told me she wanted to watch Friday on Elm Street and One of my Filipina girlfriends told me she wanted to watch Friday on Elm Street and Friday the 13th.
That's awesome.
So I put them on my iPad, went to her house, and while we were watching them, she kept covering her eyes, and I got tired of that, and I would hold her hands and force her to watch it, telling her, "You gonna watch this shit, don't puss out on me." And number 1, Batman v Superman. I was terrified and horrified when I watched this movie. I was horrified because someone saw this movie and said, "Yep, it's ready to be released." Honorable mention goes out to that S.H.I.E.L.D. episode where the 2 gang members forced the cop to suck their dick. Fucked me and my Japanese girlfriend up because I didn't see it coming and she wasn't used to seeing that. It fucked me up so bad I couldn't get a blowjob for 3 weeks. Every time my girl tried, I would just tell her, no, stop. And she would say, the Shield episode again? And I'm like, yep. And she just said, okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, my God. Well,
That is fucking hilarious.
thank you guys for giving me an out on that one, because I would have eaten both packages towards the end of that. Oh, my gosh.
That was
Oh, my
intense.
gosh. And then Kristen... she had to send hers piecemeal. So she initially said she wanted to go deep, but only Lee would know what she was talking about, and B, someone brought a cold home, so now she has the flu. So
Fucking love you, dog. I got you.
She says, please mention the Nightmare on Elm Street remake because it is fucking trash.
It really is.
And then she's got Repo the Genetic Opera, I Know Who Killed Me, and the fucking Babadook. I hate that kid.
Ooh,
And
that
then she's
kid.
got-
Oh, Babadook sucks. Yeah, and that kid's the
You guys talking about gay icon the Babadook?
Yeah, Babadook sucks to that kid. I Know Who Killed Me is also not very good.
I know who Baba Duked me.
Man, I should have put Babadook on my list. That was one that everyone was up its ass about how great it was, and it's not.
It's gay
Even
icon.
if that shitty kid wasn't in it, it still wouldn't be good.
And then she's got Last House on the Left remake, which I think that was what's her name? Katniss, right?
Was it?
Let's see.
Maybe. Let me take a
To
look.
the
Let's-
internets.
To the internets. 2009, Last House on the Left. Starring...
Maybe not.
I don't believe so.
I can't even remember her name. What is her name?
Elizabeth, no.
No.
Oh
Jennifer
my God.
Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence.
God, what is it?
Mystique.
Yeah.
Mystique.
I don't know who Elizabeth was, but
So she's got The Last House on the Left remake, any Hellraisers without Doug Bradley, and then special shout out to The Dead Don't Die, which is a Jim Jarmusch movie that came out last year, I believe. Maybe
man,
this
I
year?
really wanted
like-
to see that
a couple
movie
months
too.
ago.
A few weeks ago. Like, it's a
Yeah.
good movie.
Yeah, that was out. Like
I really
3 or 4
wanted to
months.
see that movie.
Well, you should
I
still
never
see
got
it.
around to it.
Check it out. Kristen is not about it, though.
She's not the only one. Like, a lot of people are really not about it.
Well, they kind of marketed it as like a Zombieland.
Yeah,
That
and
is-
it's you should know it's a Jim Jarmusch movie going into it. So
It was in
it's
theaters for like a week.
fucking dumb and weird.
I was gonna see it with my free pass, but
It was
disappeared
gone.
before I could.
Mahoney, do you have a list?
I have a list, but I did my list more like Ben of movies that are bad.
That's cool.
But I don't.
okay.
I don't necessarily dislike them.
I like it.
But I do have a shout out for movies that are bad and I do dislike them, which is the Underworld movies. I don't care for those.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was a giant failure to have
Yeah.
a movie about a war between werewolves and vampires and have it suck.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, yeah, fair.
you should really be ashamed of yourselves.
What?
yeah.
You were granted, you were gifted this wonderful concept, and then the movie sucked. Like,
Yeah, the movie sucked, and what really turned me off is like there's a scene early in the first one where the Kate Beckinsale character is walking into this big, huge like a big mansion with stairwells and stuff, and is walking straight towards a gigantic mirror, which has her reflection in it.
yeah, perfect.
I get it. I get that not every vampire has to be held to the same like classic vampire rules, but like now you're just rubbing it in my face.
Yeah. Yeah. And the other movie that I'll shout out that really does suck is The New Child's Play. That movie sucks.
Yeah. Haven't
See,
seen
I've
it.
actually heard really mixed reviews on that one.
Well, you're probably gonna love it.
Yeah, but remember Kristen was saying that it's as bad as you think the Texas Chainsaw 3D movie is.
But my brother Luke really fucking likes it.
Huh.
I don't know why. Ask him what redeemable qualities that movie has. Call him up. Get him on the line.
I gotta check it out.
So number 6 for me.
Excuse me, operator, give me Dallas.
Number 6 on my list of horror movies that are bad is Sharknado. The movie is bad,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
enjoyable. Number 5, I know we've talked about it on the podcast before. Brotherhood of the Wolf with the Iron Chef.
One of
Oh,
Jose's,
whoa, whoa,
one of
whoa.
Jose's
That movie
all-time
is
favorites.
bad.
No,
Yes.
Brother of the Wolf's not bad. Get out
Nope,
of
that
here.
movie is bad.
Get out of here.
That movie is bad. Number 4, Anaconda with Jennifer Lopez.
Oh,
That's a
That
shitty movie.
is shitty and bad.
But
I'll
like
give you that
that's-
one because
that
don't
was-
want none unless you got buns on.
that is real bad, but like for its time, like that was good almost.
Yeah, I don't dislike
No.
necessarily any of these. I would watch any of them if we were all going to sit down and watch a movie. But
Do you guys remember that Owen
bad.
Wilson was in Anaconda?
Which
Really?
one?
no, I don't.
Yes.
Who?
Was he like a cameraman?
Owen Wilson. I'm in Anaconda.
Oh yeah, Owen Wilson and John Boyd. Yeah, it's gonna help a cast.
I really like that
definitely
it
remember
took
John
that
Boyd.
to get Lee to be like, oh yeah, I remember.
Just like fucking Philip Seymour
wow.
Hoffman is in Twister.
Yeah.
You don't remember that
As
shit either.
Dusty. Wow, Anaconda. Wow, that's a big Anaconda. Wow. Wow.
Oh wow, it's a
you're gonna
big
make me
old
watch Brotherhood of the
anaconda you
Wolf.
got there. Wow, what a large banana.
I fucked your mom, shit lip.
Oh, God.
Oh man, this is such a large sausage. I wish I could put it all on a pizza.
Ridiculous.
I don't know why I made Owen Wilson just start talking about dicks now, but here we are.
Here we are.
Owen Wilson's just a little drunk and he's feeling it. He's horny. Just wants to talk about dicks. So number 3
Owen
is
Wilson's horny on Maine.
it's the scary movie knockoff Shriek If You Know What I Did Last Friday the 13th.
Oh, God.
That
That's
movie
not
is
real.
bad. That movie is bad.
That can't be real.
Oh, it's definitely real. It's got Tiffany Amber Thiessen. It's got Thiessen? I don't even know.
Tiffany Amber
Sounds
Thiessen.
Tiffany.
It's got Tom Arnold. It's got Coolio.
You don't get to make a shitty parody movie of a shitty parody movie.
Oh yeah, it's a shitty parody movie.
That's
of a shitty
just
parody movie.
that's lazy.
Well, like, so, no, I take it back. I was going to say, wasn't that movie like the black answer to Scary Movie? But then I was like, Scary Movie was the Wayans brothers. So
No, you're
Yeah.
thinking Boo, a Medea Halloween.
The only MCU Kelly recognizes.
Yeah. There is one MCU, and it is the Medea Cinematic Universe.
No, like Anna Faris is the one white person in the Scary Movie
Yeah.
series.
There's a character in that movie named Boner. So pretty good. Number 2.
Does he have a boner?
Oh, I bet. Actually, I think he does. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but I do believe that there's boners involved. Number 2, Thanksgiving.
I fucking love Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving is great. I would watch it today, but that is a bad movie. There's a scene where a grown man in a turkey costume has a conversation with a turkey, and they both act like it's not strange at all.
But you fail to mention that the grown man in a turkey costume, but the turkey has a mustache and glasses on like a grown man.
So what's the setup for Thanksgiving? Is like the turkey like a mutant, or can it actually talk?
Yeah, he's like a murderous turkey demon.
Yeah.
And
Like
he's killing
possessed?
people on Thanksgiving.
When is this movie from?
I don't know.
It's,
Maybe 2006?
yeah,
This-
it's from
this
the
is-
2000s.
This should be a Popcast
Wait, was
movie.
this that movie that they put in the fake ad for in Grindhouse?
No,
Oh,
you're thinking of
Oh,
Machete.
Thanksgiving is also on Amazon Prime with the tagline "Gobble gobble, motherfucker."
Mhm. From 2008.
The guy picks up the turkey while he's hitchhiking, and he gets in the car, and it's this shitty rubber turkey puppet, and he fucking pulls a gun on the guy. The guy's like, "Oh, please, I know I have a wife and kids," and the turkey like, "Call them." Like, calls him up, like, "It's gonna be okay, Dad. It's gonna," and he fucking blows this guy's brains out.
Kelly, the trailer from Grindhouse was just called Thanksgiving.
Okay.
But looking at
that
the
one.
trailers from Grindhouse, man, I really wish they released Werewolf Women of the SS.
Yeah, that movie looked rad.
Don't.
Oh.
I hated that one.
Don't!
All right.
Sounds like
Number
me
one.
whenever Kelly starts talking about the gangbang in it. Don't!
Number one bad horror movie is Gator Basement. Gator Basement is a bad movie,
Oh, yeah.
but man, is it good.
Good one. Like, how did that... Well, it's probably because I didn't recognize it as Gator Basement. Probably because I was looking through the list and I was like, Crawl, what's that? That was a good time.
Oh yeah, Gator Basin's a good time.
And then, am I it? Am I the last one?
I think you might be the last one.
All right. Number 6. This movie, I think this was one of the first movies that like turned into a meme. It started out with the working title, and then they changed the title to Pacific Air Flight 121, and Sam Jackson was like, no, we're calling it Snakes on a Plane. But like, the movie couldn't live up to the hype of, oh, there's this movie where Sam Jackson is on a plane and there's a bunch of snakes that got loose and it's called Snakes on a Plane. But like, it was lame. It was kind of a disappointment. It was forgettable. It had the one line, but it's like, all right, that's fine. The internet did bad on that one.
Yeah.
My number 5 is better known for its poster or its VHS box than the actual movie, and that's Ghoulies from 1985. I've seen parts of it on TV all my life, more so the sequels, but I recently watched it on Prime, and it is bad, it is boring, it is unwatchable, it is pure 80s trash colored by nostalgia. And the scene with the little ghoulie with the shirt and the suspenders coming out of the toilet, that's not actually in the movie. There's a scene where a ghoulie comes out of the toilet, but he's not wearing cool suspenders or a t-shirt. Like, I think that happens in one of the sequels. Number 4, Shadow of the Vampire from 2000. This is...
Oh, I hate that fucking movie.
Oh, good. I'm glad you agree. It is...
movie sucks.
It is Willem Dafoe and John Malkovich. Like, good start, right?
Yeah.
And they play the star and director of Nosferatu. Cool
Yeah.
idea, right?
We saw it together, didn't we?
We did. And so the story is that the lead actor, Max Schreck, played by Willem Dafoe, was an actual vampire, and he's like
They found.
feeding on the cast and the crew. It's lesser than the sum of its parts. You know, it should be an all-time classic just based on that cast and that plot, but man,
It's so boring.
wholly
Yeah.
unwatchable. Number 3.
So boring and so it's like an hour and a half, but it feels like 7 hours long.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever gone back to it since seeing it the first time. I think, was it part of like, were we given homework to go see it in film school? It was definitely during that time.
It was, and I think it was more like Nosferatu. We were talking about Nosferatu in school
Yeah, but like,
in the class, but it may have been.
we were also very into it, I feel like. The
Yeah,
concept
no,
was great.
because on paper that idea sounds fucking great.
Yeah, no, it's a great idea.
Malkovich was like right off of being John Malkovich around that time, but it was bad. My number 3 is a duo. It is my favorite Friday the 13th movie from when I was a kid, which led into one of the biggest big budget disappointments in the Friday the 13th franchise, and that's Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday from 1993.
Yeah, that's not very good either.
And 2003's Freddy vs. Jason.
I think Jason Goes to Hell is way worse than Freddy vs. Jason.
Yeah, it's less glossy for sure. Jason Goes to Hell starts out with Jason getting basically exploded, and then the plot follows. The coroner eats his heart. like an apple.
Yeah.
And the coroner is possessed by Jason. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he just keeps passing his spirit
He
from.
like spits on the people, doesn't he?
He keeps going from
Something like
one
that. Yeah, the
person
whole idea
to
is that
another.
Jason's a curse or some shit.
Yeah,
It's really
like
stupid.
he's not actually Jason again until towards the end of the movie. He's just people. But then they've got the bit at the end of Jason Goes to Hell where the mask is sitting there and then Freddy's claw comes up and pulls it down into hell, which, like, that was cool for the day and age.
That part was cool.
That was pretty cool. And then, you know, that kind of led into Freddy versus Jason, which, like we talked before, if it were made today, it would have been made with more care, better screenplay, eyes towards the future. But all in all, something that should have been monumental. These two of the biggest horror characters of all time meeting on screen for the first time was just another run-of-the-mill mid-2000s horror movie, I thought.
And they had that weird, like, shitty Jane Silent Bob knockoff in there.
Yes. A lot of bad CGI. I tell you what, though. Soundtrack, a real banger. Not one of the songs is used in the movie until the end credits. Number 2, this is a three-way dance here. This is my Halloween entry right here. So first I'm going to go with Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers from 1995. I think it was the first one I saw in theaters.
Absolutely terrible.
All I remember from it was Paul Rudd's in it. And I remember there is a sex scene where you see a chick get topless, and I referred to at the time as mosquito bite boobies because I was super mature.
Halloween 6 is weird because there are 3 different versions of that movie.
Are any of them good?
No, but they're all radically different from each other, which speaks to the insane level of studio interference in that picture. Like the first movie I ever bought on the internet, like a VHS like bootleg, was the kind of director's cut of that movie, and it's so different.
Well, Lee, you and Jose both said that you liked the first Rob Zombie Halloween movie, but I don't like either of them. When I found out, when I found out Rob Zombie was going to be like a horror movie director, I was stoked because like I was all into metal at that time. Rob Zombie was great with visuals, so I figured it was a good mix. House of a Thousand Corpses was weird. Devil's Rejects was like brutal, but then they gave him Halloween. I like some of the origin stuff. But all in all, it's kind of like Freddy vs. Jason. It's just one of those glossy teen horror movies that's just kind of toothless in the end. And then the second one is, oh my God. I think it gave me a headache. It was so bad.
Yeah, it's rough.
But respect. And my number 1, no one is going to remember this whatsoever. I didn't even remember the name of it. I had to look up the actress I knew what was in it to find the name. From 2006, it is a movie called Pulse, written by Wes Craven. It is
with Kristen Bell.
With Kristen Bell. It is
no one will remember it.
It is a remake of a Japanese film, and like that was all the rage then. You know, The Ring, The Grudge. So they were just remaking Japanese horror movies at that time and re-releasing them with kids from the CW in them. And Boone from Lost was in it too. And it's about a computer virus that unlocks a portal to hell.
That's stupid.
So, 6 years before that, I had worked in a movie theater, and I knew the policy was that if you leave a movie before it's over, you can get your money back. So this is the first time I've ever left a movie. I think it was like 20, 30 minutes in. Left the movie and asked for my money back. So I don't really know.
That's bad.
Yeah, it was very bad. It was very bad.
Yeah,
that's rough. Damn. Well, that was fun.
Yeah. I think we had more to say than we thought we would.
Yeah. I can talk about movies for a long time.
A lot.
Guys. It's good.
You know, we did 80s action movies a few months ago. We need to do 90s action movies at some point.
Yeah, we should just talk about Last Action Hero for 2 hours.
Why don't we watch Last Action?
We should watch Last Action Hero.
Love Last Action Hero.
Kelly has never seen Last Action Hero.
Nope.
So, duh.
Okay, we can do that. We can.
Is that the one where the dude that looks like Richard Simmons wears that full red bodysuit?
Oh, what?
Possibly.
You're thinking of the greatest American hero.
Yes, I am.
That took me for a second, but I got there.
Hey, I wasn't gonna rule it out.
Oh. I'm for a minute there. I'm like, fucking, did that happen in that movie? No, it did not.
So, continuing on with October, we've got plans to do 2 more movie nights, and I believe we have a pop topic. Let's see here. Yeah. So that's.
Also, I want everybody listening to appreciate that this is the most planning we've ever done for a month of the show ahead of time.
I feel like we always kind of step it up for October because we're
that's true. We don't fuck around with October.
I remember like the first year we did the podcast, we did a bunch of cool October bits. So the Addams Family animated movie comes out this weekend, I believe. So if we wanted to do the Addams Family movie commentary next week, that would be timely. And then we had the idea for a pop topic of sexy Halloween costumes that people can send in their ideas for weird, sexy Halloween costumes. And then we also wanted to watch Kane and See No Evil at some point. Maybe we'll save that for Halloween week.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
That's also ask me if I've ever seen Addams Family.
Have you ever seen
Hey,
Addams
Kelly, you
Family?
ever seen Addams Family?
Sure haven't.
Oh, you're really gonna like it. It's a lot of fun.
It's fantastic. Let me double check, make sure it is still on Netflix.
Of course it's not.
Because you know how they love to take, and I'm sorry in advance if Netflix is like, oh, yep, there it goes. You're the worst.
Today on Netflix, guitars.
Not on Netflix. I think it was on one of these. So, you want to talk comics, and we'll get out of here.
Let's do it.
Filbert.
Netflix.
The problem with comic books is the ink comes off on your hands. Every time you turn the page, you have to wash your hands.
Be prepared just in case it's not on a streaming thing, but it should be easy to get a hold of. But yeah, so because boy, it's fun. Okay, so in keeping with the theme of spookiness, fucking Ghost Rider #1 came out, and it was kind of great.
Yeah, that was cool.
I enjoyed it. It was good. I'm digging the whole like, who would have thought that weird Doctor Strange miniseries last year would like matter.
Yeah.
And count. And Ghost Rider's in the fucking main Avengers book right now. Doing weird like King of Hell shit. It's cool. I liked it. It was fun. I think the art's pretty good. I think Ed Brisson is definitely more hits than misses for me, and this is pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, I'd agree.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Like they're bringing in Danny Ketch in there as well, so we're gonna have lots of Ghost Riders. And I don't know, I just like the design of like the crazy like bone crown on Blaze is pretty dope.
Yeah, it looks rad.
It's pretty cool. I like it a lot. So this new Spider-Verse thing snuck up on me. I didn't know it was a thing until like last week, and it's okay.
I like that they did the Japanese Spider-Man again with the manga style art.
I'm never gonna not like that.
Yeah.
Whenever he shows up, it'll be great.
Yeah,
especially when he chose to do his exposition via karaoke.
Yeah. And then he started singing his theme song.
Of course he did. It's the best theme song. But I also did like the bit where, when faced with fixing the web of Destiny, what the fuck, he's like, hey, why don't we get, Peter Parker, the real Spider-Man. The chick's like, because they're fucking old. We're the young ones. We're gonna do this. It's our job to fix this shit. I thought that was kind of sweet.
Yeah.
It's good. That's a good move. Let's see. The Batman Ninja Turtles 3 wrapped up, and I gotta say, I don't think Kevin Eastman's Turtles have ever looked this good.
No, they look really nice.
Wow, good for you.
They look really, really good, and I'm sure part of it is just the juxtaposition of what's going on around them, but like they look really, really great. And maybe it's because he's not having to fuck around with rendering backgrounds and shit too. I don't know what it is, but they look really, really good. And it was just a fun story overall. Like it's been great. All the turtle crossovers have been fun, but this one was pretty great. Really enjoyed the Immortal Hulk tie-in for Absolute Carnage.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. I like that they, took the time to kind of make it count in the ongoing story that they're telling in Immortal Hulk. So that was pretty good, as opposed to just making it just kind of a useless tie-in thing. It was pretty cool. I like that. It's a good way to do it. And then what else? Daredevil's fucking great. Daredevil's really good. And then last thing I'll talk about is I read Contagion, another Ed Brisson thing. It's a weekly Marvel series this month.
I like that it's just Marvel being like, hey, Deceased is doing well for DC. What if we had that?
It is kind of that, I guess. That's I liked it. It was all right. I like this weekly, just kind of get in and out, tell a fun, crazy kind of horror story. It's cool. It was fine. It's fine. It's Iron Fist. Iron Fist doing creepy shit and teaming up with other guy. I like that. So it's cool. What you got, Kelly?
Let's see. The second issue of the lead-in miniseries to Legion, Bendis's Legion, came out, and that was cool. I like what he's doing with it. It really seems like this is going to be a jumping on point for the Legion.
I've never managed to give a shit about the Legion superheroes.
It's hard. It's really hard too. Like, the only time I've really cared about them is when I went back to read the Great Darkness Saga stuff. Like, that rules. And it's just impenetrable to get into. So now it looks like Bendis is giving you a fresh starting point. And so I'm excited. It looks cool, and I've been enjoying what they've been doing with this the 2-part Millennium thing. What else was last week? Copra #1 came out, and that was really cool because that was just issue 32 in Copra. It just continues on what he was self-publishing, but now it's at Image instead. And so if you haven't been reading it, then the backup, he does a 1-panel per issue explanation of what's happened in the series prior to this.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
It was really cool, and each of the main characters got like their own like character sheet, almost like a G.I. Joe type thing. Like he did a good job of bringing you in.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. And it was really nice because like nothing about the production seemed to change. Like it's still the super nice paper stock he was using. He still writes, draws, letters, inks, colors, everything himself, which is awesome. Wow. Yeah, no, it's the one dude does this whole comic. Like I love it. Yeah, no, it's rad. Yeah, Copra's awesome. It's just it started off as his like 80s Suicide Squad fan fiction, and it's kind of evolved into its own thing, but it's very cool. I like it a lot.
That's cool.
Yeah. And it's just cool to see this dude that I was just giving $5 to every like 2 months and he would just mail the book to my house. Now he's got it coming out at Image. And then bless you. Yeah, that's about it. There wasn't really a whole ton last week that was worth talking about. A lot of good stuff, but nothing super noteworthy.
I don't know. Anything worth talking about, Knize?
Saw Hustlers in theaters.
Ooh.
And it was fantastic.
Really liked it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, fun, well made, great cast. I think that piece of string that was in J-Lo's butt deserves Best Supporting Actress. I made this comment on Twitter that I was scanning so none of the main characters get naked. Even though it is a strip club. Although Cardi B is rocking some pasties on her very large cartoon boobs, so she's basically topless. So in all the strip club scenes, I'm scanning the background of the scene looking for boobs, like I'm looking for Easter eggs in a Marvel movie, and I found some. I found Galactus. So Hustlers, highly recommend. Oh yeah, like not only do you see Cardi B with pasties, you see Lizzo with pasties and like a see-through negligee type thing.
Lizzo had a lot less on than I expected.
Oh yeah. Well, probably because they shot this before she got, huge.
Yeah.
No pun. Gotta love my thick black women. I do want to talk about this NECA loot crate loot launcher thing that they announced at New York Comic Con. So, according to Kelly, NECA bought Loot Crate because Loot Crate was going out of business.
They were dying hard.
So now they've got these NECA specific Loot Crate loot launchers, which is like a HasLab / Kickstarter type thing where you've got to get a certain amount of people to pledge. And specifically, I wanted to talk about the NECA TMNT movie 30th anniversary crate, which comes with Spirit Splinter and a little campfire, and then a bunch of other exclusive collectibles and gear for $49.
The campfire's got a blue LED in it. That's so fucking cool.
Yeah, it does. $49.99. They're 39% to goal with 40 days left. It is the only one of the 6 loot launchers that they announced that is anywhere close to getting funded. I just sent you guys a screenshot of this Kid Robot Kaiju battle set. $199, 0% to goal.
Yeah, that checks out.
Oh, and that stupid Unicron got funded. Shady.
It did, really?
I cannot believe
It did.
the Unicron got funded.
Shady is all get out. I'd be mad. I'd be mad if, like, 4 months ago, I pledged to Unicron, and then 2 months ago, I was like, oh, man, that's not going to happen.
Because they extended the deadline.
Let me pay my rent. And then they extend the deadline and then pad the numbers, and it's like, oh, these guys. Reminds me of a Kickstarter I funded once. Just celebrated 5 years of Kickstarter being funded that never got delivered. I went to dinner with my wife to celebrate that.
Oh, great. Cool.
And then finally, pumpkin pie Kit Kats.
No.
I'm a big Kit Kat fan. And I'm always jealous of Japan having all those crazy Kit Kat flavors. And they've got pumpkin pie Kit Kats in the candy aisle at Target. A little individually wrapped. I said it on Twitter. At first, as you put them into your mouth, before like it touches your taste buds or anything, it smells like a Joanne Fabrics. And
Perfect.
then you
I know exactly what you mean.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? A Joanne Fabrics seasonal section at the Big Lots. You know, they might be putting out some new potpourris for the season, so on and so forth. But then you chew into it, and it's real good. It tastes like, chocolatey pumpkin pie. It's got good texture, good flavors. If you're into that sort of basic white girl stuff, I'd highly recommend pumpkin pie Kit Kats. And that's all the news that fit to print.
Super gross.
Do you not like
wow.
Do you-
Jose, what you got?
This fucking Orange Cassidy dude kind of winning me over.
Yeah?
I think Mahoney would actually like Orange Cassidy.
What is Orange
I
Cassidy?
think Orange Cassidy is Mahoney.
Sounds like a beverage.
He's this wrestler who
All right.
He said, "Fuck."
Of course, his name is Orange. Cody, Walter, Orange,
And people chant freshly squeezed at him.
Lemon Lime.
He's this just chill, lay back, nonchalant. Don't really want to do nothing. Hand in his pockets all the time. Like I saw him once, and I didn't really get the gimmick.
We saw him
And
at
then-
spring break a couple times, didn't we?
Well, yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. But like the first time I saw him, I didn't get the gimmick. I didn't know who he was. I didn't get that's his thing. And now that I've seen him a couple times, and I get, there's a shtick. This is what the shtick is, and
he came out for the AEW released their first episode of AEW Dark today, and he came out with the best friends and got one of the biggest pops I've heard in an AEW event. People are into it. There was a kid in the front row cosplaying as Orange Cassidy.
That's awesome.
Knize just sent me a video titled "Top 28 Moves of Orange Cassidy,"
Yes.
and then the logo, the preview image, says "Top 30 Moves of Orange Cassidy." I hate it already.
So he wears like jeggings. They're supposed to look like jeans, and he keeps his hands in his pockets the entire time.
yeah, he's fucking great. And like there was one match, he gets chopped. He takes a chop, and he's like, "Nope," and like just leaves. It's
What?
It's very
fun.
impressive. He can do all this shit with his hands in his
Yeah.
in the pocket. It's
Yeah.
very impressive.
Jose, have you seen? I linked it in the Popcast in our group chat. Have you seen his street fight with Stokely Hathaway?
Probably not.
Probably not. I'm gonna say
I think
probably not.
it's tremendous. Like I want to say they released it during the halftime of the Super Bowl
Oh wow.
last year. It's really good.
The Orange Cassidy bit reminds me of, wasn't it House of Glory, where there was a match going on and one of the guys had his Nintendo Switch the entire time and he's wrestling while playing his Nintendo Switch?
I think, yeah, it's either Hog or I want to say the dude, it might be in CZW too. He's doing it.
Wrestling's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm a fan. Orange
Fantastic.
Cassidy cracks me up.
Ridiculous.
What you got, Mahoney?
I'm growing a beard.
What?
All right.
Yep,
I love it. I already love it.
that's all that's going on with me.
How's it going so far? Do you need like a comb or a brush or anything?
Oh no,
No.
no, I'm not that far along. It's only been like a week.
Have you ever done facial hair before?
No,
Wow. So like, how long do you go without shaving? Like the longest you've gone without shaving? Like, do you know what your hair pattern is? Like,
no, I don't.
No?
We're all gonna learn together.
I'm so excited.
So buckle up, everybody.
You're gonna look like a real piece of rebel scum when we go to Galaxy's Edge.
I'm gonna look terrible.
A real
No
nerf
picture.
herder.
Yeah. Yeah, this
You
is
could
the
have a
perfect time
beard
for me to choose.
easily if it just did not revolt my wife. She's like, no, none of that.
I don't know. So today I went to the office for the first time in like it hadn't been enough days where I hadn't shaved where it was like noticeable. But today I went back to the office for the first time in like a week, and my coworkers were like, "What is this?" I was like, "I'm growing a beard," and like 4 of my female coworkers were like, "Oh man, do I love when my boyfriend/husband grows a beard?" And I was like, "This is getting very uncomfortable. I don't want to participate in this conversation."
don't you rub that face rug on the puss?
Oh my
Jesus.
god.
Jesus Christ!
Oh my god.
I'm down.
Ay.
And
So yeah, I don't know what Nicole's problem is, Lee.
You just don't like the facial hair.
You
I
sure this is
can't-
not that- you
Just
sure
the
this is not that
curtains match
bad?
the doily?
I can't go the opposite direction. I can't shave my beard ever again, especially after that one day I worked at UPS and shaved my face.
Oh yeah, that was a bad day.
I go like 3 days without shaving. Nicole's like, you look fucking homeless. Take care of it. I'm like, yeah.
Remember that time
Remember
that
when they
cashier
made keto shave? That was
said you look
sad.
like a baby?
Yeah. Look like a
Well, you
baby.
look like a baby.
Lee, you've got very thick follicles, so like I get it. If you don't shave for a couple days, you look like you've been abandoned in a cave somewhere. But I also think that if you were to let it go, you'd have just the greatest beard of all of us.
Oh yeah, this should be like just luxurious and just thick.
I remember when my dad shaved his mustache, I screamed.
Because he just ripped it off.
I was like, who is this person? Why is he in my house?
Strangers! All right. Good luck with that, Mahoney.
Yeah, thanks. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Join us
By
next
this
week.
time next week, it might be over. The experiment might be over.
Well, your beard will be so distracting they won't even notice the picture of me in your office.
I know, right?
I'm gonna hang a picture of Kelly in my office. FYI, to everyone.
I believe you.
We have a photo wall. Everybody had to submit a picture of themselves, and they typed their name. Like your name is at the bottom of your picture, and it's hanging on these wires on this big section of empty wall. And it's supposed to like build community, you know, like everybody can see like these pictures of all their coworkers. But there's like, I don't know, 75 people in this area. I don't know more than 10 of them, and neither does anybody else. So I could very easily just print out a picture of Kelly and hang it on this wall, and no one would be the wiser. They would just assume, oh, I don't know this guy. Why does he have this enormous Band-Aid in his hands, looking like he's about to take a bite out of it?
It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
It's gonna be real good.
What name are you going to put on it?
Kelly Harris.
Oh, okay.
You should put his Twitter @ on there.
Yeah, I'm gonna put your name.
Put sexy Kelly Harris.
Yeah. I love when you went viral. The idea of at least probably 10 to 25% of the people of those 10,000 likes were like, "Ooh, sexy Kelly."
Yeah.
And they were like, "Wait a minute.
Yep.
This is not the sexy Kelly I signed up for. This Kelly's too sexy."
Where are the boobs?
Yeah, I thought Kelly was a chick on the old Wizard Universe message boards for a while there.
Yep.
I was coming for you, one way or another.
I was not old enough.
I was. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I think I was just biding my time.
Yeah.
Oh
He
my
had a countdown
god.
app on his phone.
Yeah, I was making my rounds around the Wizard Universe message boards, and it was only a matter of time before I got to you, Comic Geek Kelly.
I feel like you should eat a Skittle for this.
Well, I've got 5 left from that one package, and I was thinking of just going for it, just popping them all in the mouth and chewing and seeing what happens.
Do it.
Don't do it. You got to save it. It needs to be an organic moment.
Okay.
Well, no, they're gonna be hard by.
I can put them in a
It's already hard.
Why would they be hard?
I could put it in a Ziploc baggie.
All right.
You lost this one, Kelly. I was in, but then
Thanks, Lee.
No, it's cheap otherwise.
Thanks.
It's also the end of the show. If we do it, earlier on in the show, he has to sit in the fucking mess he made.
I don't want him to like throw up on the air.
He's not gonna throw up.
It's really gross.
Oh, he'll be fine.
I was very worried.
He's a big boy. He can handle it. He'll be all right.
I am a large boy.
He'll be okay.
They call me 2 seats Knize.
Oh.
What, Donnie? 2 seats over here.
Jason double chairs.
Hey.
You better believe I didn't get twice the snacks, though.
Oh, that's ho shit right there. Oh, well. All right, so
Well,
come
you're
back
lucky
next
they
week
didn't just
to
walk
watch-
by and go, "You don't need this." You
We'll
saw
watch
what we
the
did to Kevin.
1991 classic, The Addams Family. It's a good time. Be fun.
91.
Yeah.
1991.
I was not alive.
The entire cast is incredible. It's wonderful.
You weren't alive in 91?
No, he
Sure
was
wasn't.
born in
Oh
92.
my god.
Right? 92, right?
Yeah, 92.
Yeah. He was born the same year I moved to Florida.
Yep.
92.
92 is a big year. Big year, 92.
Kelly was born in 92, and I was just like, I'm just going to bide my time.
One day.
One of these days.
It's gonna be mine.
I was about to say 2000 will get here soon enough. Then I'm like, no, that math is wrong. That math is way off.
All right, R. Kelly.
Oh God! All right, so come back next week. We'll do that. You got a week, figure it out. It's not streaming anywhere because, of course, it's not.
Yeah, it was seriously streaming on Netflix 2 weeks ago, but of course the movie's coming out, so they want to charge you $2.99. So
$2.99. Are you out of your mind? And let's plan a day to watch fucking Last Action Hero. Motherfucker.
Well, I feel like that's a good summertime movie night because it was a summer
whatever.
movie.
Put it in the books.
Be a good time.
Bless.
We'll do that too. So yeah, shoot us an email, popcast@PanelsOnPages.com. Leave us a voicemail, 616-951-1POP. Hit us up on Discord at discord.panelsonpages.com. Find us on Twitter, Facebook. We're easy to get a hold of. And, easy to love, I'm going to say.
Yeah, we've got a cool thread. It's in the general thread, I believe, on Discord, because we had some new people show up, and I was like, hey, who are you, and how did you find us? So it kind of started a discussion where everybody gave their, pop origins, how they came to find the podcast. So that's very cool. So check that out.
And come back and we'll watch Addams Family next week. So yeah. For Jason Knize, Jose Guzman, Kelly Harris, and our good buddy Mahoney, I'm the Lord Reverend Leo Rodriguez. We'll talk to you guys next week at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central at youtube.com/PanelsOnPages. Night. Love you. Bye-bye.
Demonetize this, you fucking Google ass bitch.